Okay, I just want to do a quick video here. This is the Ralph's on Winnetka and Ventura Boulevard, and look at how all the cars are normal or forwards, how they should be. Okay, and that'll probably change. That'll change because they're gonna see my truck here, and then it'll go back up to groups backwards and twos. Pairs of twos backwards and things like that. But this video is important to show the change. It is equivalent to what happened in 2011 at Encino Starbucks, because I parked backwards once and their racist hate against my kind with LAPD pretending this isn't going on and I'm crazy. And so that's what makes this short video segment important. Okay, so this is rare, and this is what the worldwide parking lots, this is what the parking lots look like in 2011 worldwide, which all turn backwards in groups of twos and more, and car mimics, and like 2 Civics and 2 green cars and 2. This is what everything looked like. So the anger directed at me for going to a coffee shop in 2011, which actually starts around 2004. Your kind is not allowed at coffee shops or anywhere else in the world, linking down to 5 years old. See, everything is normal, and see, if you drive through almost every parking lot in the world now, or United States, you'll see the groupings of pairs of twos backwards and all the other mental illness tactics that they don't want to stop, because then there has to be questions have to be answered why they have a planet trying to execute one 5-year-old. So that's why this is rare. Now they're gonna see that I'm buying food. They're gonna see that I'm buying food, and they're gonna get angry. We'll have verbal harassments from employees in here, and then the cars from strangers worldwide will start with the mental illness tactics again, for the crime of buying food. Because in order to quote unquote Jason Perlman, me and my friends are going to put you in a mental institution with several LAPD officers and my father. That's how you do it. You make someone look crazy to put them in a mental institution. But what does that have to do with mental illness? Because if someone suffers from mental illness, you don't need to make them look crazy. Okay, so as I come out, we'll probably see increased cars backwards and things like that. If not tomorrow or the next day, it'll then ramp up. I am gonna point out this blue Bronco that parked by my blue truck, and then there is another sort of blue next to this blue, and that is some of the tactics. But as far as the backwards, this is rare, but what you need to understand is the fluctuation of, if I'm imagining these human behaviors, these conspiring, coordinated, systematic human behaviors, then what is telling these people to change their behavior if they don't know they're doing it? So I want you to sort of remember that. If they don't know what they're doing, how do they know what to fix? If that makes sense. Example, if I loosened your idler pulley on your car, how did I know to fix it? Okay, so whatever, right? That's maybe not the best analogy, because you can look for what's making the noise. But okay, this is something with mass groups that these people aren't getting beamed information in their brains and not knowing it. They're consciously doing it out of hate and rage for a 5-year-old. Okay, they're consciously making choices to stalk, hunt, torture, and kill with mental illness tactics And that's why they don't want to correct their behavior, because they don't want the truth coming out. However, this lot shows this is how most lots across the United States were before 2011, and what changed their behavior was because I parked once backwards in Encino Havenhurst Starbucks, where Officer Toro threatens, if you ever take a picture of a person, I will exercise the law in my own way. Working with Aubrey Fisher, mad at me for getting into studio photography with my family. You do the math. What's really going on and what's it about? Well, you can verbalize the word control, but bashing someone's skull in with lead pipe every time they do something you don't like is really murder or attempted murder, and you can try to justify killing people however you want to try to make yourself feel at ease with yourself. Okay, example, every time I don't want that guy eating pickles. Every time he eats a pickle, I'm gonna hit him up, I'm gonna bash his skull in with a lead pipe. Well, you might feel comfy in your own mind that killing that guy, you're doing it out of the name of control, but really it's called assault and battery, not it's called assault and battery, it's not called control. Okay, if you understand. In the law books, there's nothing about you're allowed to control people by bashing their skull in with lead pipes. Okay, so that's the point. Okay, so this is very rare. And then this opens doors to questions about what's really going on here, directed at Kevin Perlman within the entire planet since he was 5 years old, that is not healthy and robs me of a normal life, correct? It stops me from going out and dating and having friends and families and children and making money and having a normal life, because they don't want that. They want me dead and gone for some reason around the age 5 years old. And these are the real questions here. What's going on with the psychology community and law enforcement and NSA level operations based on flag and kill operations, or flag to do, taking away, robbing people of their constitutional rights and protections, especially at 5-year-old children. Okay, so what gives the government the right to hunt 5-year-old children, or anyone for that matter, and rile up the masses against them to execute them or eradicate them? Okay, that goes against everything the United States of America stands for. And we're supposed to be proud of our country, not support hunting and killing good, decent people, or anyone for that matter, in unheard of psychological warfare methods that clearly are known as government gang stalking operations, things that the government does not want to talk about, and trickles down from high-level government all the way down to security companies, the police, security companies on highly illegal operations that have nothing to do with law and order. It has to do with labeling and executing or eradicating.
Anything vote on, the special discount?
All right, thank you. I just didn't want to mess it up.
Exactly. Y'all think you could let me taste? They really don't give it guys that have a bottle.
I can go after him. After I'm done with him, I can help you, but I don't have anyone else.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, it's an anti-Jew kill card from these worldwide Jew killers working on me since 5 years old.
Get it.
That's the truth. think it's the bane of your guys' existence because you don't want that truth coming out, right? Yeah. I kissed a black girl at 8 years old and the worldwide group's trying to kill me over it. I mean, I think that needs to be talked about, right? Especially with Starbucks Corporation, why they have a problem with a Jew kissing black girls when I'm 8 years old.
Are you serious?
You know that, because no worries is the tactic started by Starbucks, correct?
I didn't know all of this. Interesting.
And interesting is a tactic by some of the child rapists in the psychology community, right?
Oh no. We'll talk about it.
I doubt that, but hey, if you want to get on video admitting to the real situation, you're welcome to be interviewed about what the government told you about me.
This is your card, right? This
Correct,
is you.
yeah, that's the card of LAPD.
We'll talk
and
about it.
okay. Somehow I doubt that, but okay.
Browse card number?
Yeah, 818-884-9202.
I'm sorry, what was it again?
Oh, 818-884-9202.
Thanks. 8320. 8320.
Okay.
Try it again, please.
I'm just gonna give you a break, okay?
Okay.
Haven't done anything today. Not yet. Nothing. Not lotto, not coin, nothing today. This is all yours?
No.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna do a little shopping for a change. I'm like, I just realized you brought your truck today. Dumb, get something, you know, before you leave. My truck's behaving.
Ooh, there's I need a different one, huh? Oh, the kid one. Okay. My cat likes the cut one, not the pate, and they're so picky
I
sometimes.
know, they change up.
Big rain today.
No, but remember I told you my allergies? So it helps with this.
Have a good
I
night,
get
sir.
bad allergies
thanks.
when I thank you.
I haven't seen big rain, but I got about 1,000 cars per hour on video and people trying to make me look like a violent paranoid schizo since 5 years old, if you want to call that
no.
All right, buddy.
rain. Here you go, bud.
I don't know why.
Okay, so we are exiting the store here. We are exiting the store. Okay, we've already had about 3 or 4 harassments in the store. Okay, I have car backwards here. Car backwards here. Police car here. I don't know what's going on with that, but she's green and black. Oof. So what they do is they see my car here, if they're not tracking the cell phone GPS, and then they park backwards, okay? So we've had 2 people in line behind me, separate people. One whistle at me, then go to the checkout thing, and then a different group whistle, and that's when I pushed the record button. And there was a black girl that started with a Starbucks no worries tactic and thing. I was sort of being friendly and jokey with her a little, but I don't like to talk to people. So the second car there, I don't know what's going on here. So the black girl and a third car there. Okay, so by walking into a supermarket, being friendly and talking to people or not talking, it doesn't matter. So what they'll say is they'll make up some lie like you're soliciting women. And again, now remember one thing here. That I've pretty much been single for 51 years because what you're seeing right now starts at 5 years old. I want to sort of note that. And I also want to note, well, you know, Kevin won't Kevin's soliciting himself, and he won't leave women alone. And this, okay, so you remember that I'm not like some player that goes out and dates 100,000 women. I've been single my entire life, don't really date people. Okay, so we have these two over here that showed up, and they're in the car. This one here, those are black. That one's white as you come out the door. Police officer, I don't know where they came from, if they pulled someone over, and this is sort of the black girl that started harassing me. I was being really friendly, and I just simply said, are you thirsty? Because she had like 500 bottles to drink of some fluid. Just sort of, you know, that's how people are. They're friendly, or they're flirty, or they're jokey, and they show senses of humor and warmth and kindness and socialize. And now I'm not allowed to do these things because the government wants me dead and gone since 5 years old with my family. Okay, so these are the questions. So why did this guy show up here? Black car backwards. Why did this car show up here? Black car backwards. We have a white car backwards there. I will just note that the green and black clothing on the girl that the cops are talking to, that is the green and black tactic. Now, is she following me, or is it coincidence, or was she driving and pulled over and just happened to be wearing green and black? I can't tell you, but I can tell you that these multiple black cars and the white car came here to Ralph's to get food, saw my truck. The cover-up lie will be, well, they see your signs. Well, even if they saw my signs, what does that have to do with parking cars backwards with mental illness tactics, okay? Because the mental illness tactics start before the signage, but the cops want to lie and say I'm making these people hunt me to kill me worldwide, okay? So that doesn't make sense. It doesn't, there's no rational, logical sanity. So you're seeing... Now this person here, I don't know if this person came and got food or not. Girls, it looks like. Now the cop car looks like he left. And why? Oh, hi.
Well, just take off my car.
Oh, I put a card on your car.
What is it?
Reading, oh, it's a website. Go take a look. It's the truth about the worldwide lies.
Where?
Oh, right there. It's the truth about the worldwide stalking operations and lies with worldwide groups trying to make me look like a violent, paranoid schizo. So,
Kevin Perlman,
okay, KevinPerlmanTarget.com.
psychological torture and kill operatives removed from
Correct.
society since childhood.
Correct, since 5 years old.
Damn.
So when the government's feeding you lies that I committed all these crimes and I need to be removed from society, it's propaganda. It's riling the masses to exterminate someone they just don't like.
Why would they
That's
like
it.
you?
They won't answer the question. That's the whole you know what gang stalking is? Okay, the concept of you know what gaslighting is?
Yeah.
Okay, gaslighting is singular, gang stalking is plural. Okay, so mass groups would be gaslighting one person. Now, if you're trying to make someone look crazy, are you going to tell them that it's going on or why, or are they going to say you're imagining it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no explanation because gang stalking or trying to make people look crazy, you're not going to tell them why because then they know it's happening. Like, oh, well, you just admitted. Okay, so there's no actual reasoning other than government flag and kill operations. Okay, my father, who's a psychotic murderer, I think my 5-year-old's crazy. We need to either lock him away in jail cells or mental institutions or remove him away from other human beings. We're not going to tell the target why we're hunting him to eradicate him, right? Like, okay, example, when Adolf Hitler takes the Jews to the showers and gasses them to death, he doesn't walk up and say, I'm going to kill you, so come with me. He says, hey, you know, I got to keep you clean and we're going to take you to the showers, and boom, they end up keeling over from poisonous gas, and he throws them in a pit and he buries them, okay? So, or burns the bodies, right? Okay, so same thing. Okay, that's gang stalking, and if you want to think about it, where did gang stalking originate from? Adolf Hitler's next level of warfare tactics. Okay, how do we kill people without touching them, and will we drive them crazy and make them, okay, so, and he never got to that point, but that was his next regimen, and that trickled down to the Ku Klux Klan and all sorts of freaky things, and now it is used with the police, the psychology community, and the United States government of America. So using it as a weapon, psychology as a weapon. So when you see these people follow me and do these things to try to get me to make me look like a violent, paranoid schizo and react, that is by design to say, we're going to make this person look crazy. so we can try to set him up with the police and government and security companies, try to get those reactions, and then say, oh, well, we want to arrest you because you're crazy and nobody's safe around you, and right? So you understand that's gang stalking or pluralizing gaslighting.
Wow.
Yeah, so that website has over 70 terabytes of proof. 70 terabytes. It's insane. I literally get thousands of provokings per hour all across the U.S. directed at me, verbally, with cryptic car pattern tactics, you name it. Spy game tactics, example, I know you went here, I know you had this dialogue, hint, hint, I know you, hint, hint, you're a car thief, hint, hint, you're this, hint, hint, you're that. It switches and changes to nothing's ever directly said. Why? Because you're watching people do things to make you look paranoid. That's why when my father threw on his labels at 5 years old, it was violent, paranoid, schizo, because you don't know what he's doing. They keep provoking you, they keep showing you movies, trying to make it look like you conform to movies, because I want to make you look crazy to migrate you into a cage. Okay? Now, you can say, well, why would your father do that? Well, we're not talking about sane, rational people here. I mean, why would Ted Bundy drill holes in people's heads? And why would, okay, you can't get anything that you can really grasp logically because you're not going to relate to a psychotic murderer, right? Okay, but the problem is that the people are helping with LAPD. LAPD is telling them to help. Security companies, LAPD is paying off security companies to make up lies. Security companies are approaching the people, the citizens. Citizens are helping. I want to feel important, so I'm going to become a vigilante with LAPD. And LAPD is saying, no matter how many times the target goes in, I'm not going to file police reports or help the target, correct? Okay, so there. So that's what that video, direct proof from my own sister-in-law who lost against Debbie Wasserman Schultz for Congress in Florida, okay, linking to government operations to make people look crazy. And my brother's own death threats. When I was 16, me and my friends were going to put you in a mental institution, and a million other related factual information and proof on that website, so check it out. Okay, so I just wanted to get some food. Okay, we have 3 or 4 cars. We have a black girl. It was kind of cute. You know, I don't like to flirt with women because I know where it's headed. If they want to talk to me without provoking me, remember this has been going on since 5 years old. If they want to talk to me without provoking me, they're usually crazier than the direct provokers because they want to get in my life and befriend me and figure out how to push me off the cliff in a more subtle way. That applies to everyone, not just females. Hence the problem. I think we have a second white car here backwards. Okay, and the cop car is... Okay, so that guy there, he came out of the car trying to sort of be angry or threatening because he wants a reaction. Okay, now he lied, I don't know you. Okay, because he wants a reaction. Okay, he wants a reaction. Now you're gonna say, why don't you just leave the fucking guy alone? Okay, he sort of handed him a card. He said, thank you, sir, after the dialogue. I didn't want to stick around because I know you're preaching to the choir. Okay, they're not gonna stop. Okay, they've been going for 46 years with these tactics. And I'm just going to sort of point out here, behind me, this white Mercedes is now parking backwards by the black Mercedes SUV, and they're very similar. So, we don't have proof, but are the same cars? Hey, Kevin just showed up at a Ralph's. Okay, remember, I have 15 years of coffee shops with these daily things just like this. These cars are showing up, similar cars, parking backwards together, correct? To a white and a black Mercedes, backwards in pairs of twos, but it's not happening. Okay, so I'm imagining it. And we have a white, it's hard to see, a white SUV here backwards. And we had a cop that pulled someone over here wearing the green and black, which is a tactic. Now, was that something that just happens to be happening at the same time? Or are they waiting for me to go out and get food? Because guess what? In order to stay breathing, you gotta get food, correct? And if every time you get food, your kind's not allowed to get food, so we're gonna show up or wait for you. Now, I can guarantee the next month I can come through this parking lot and get video footage, like I have been for 15, 20 years, of these tactics at every place in the world. And so we're seeing it escalate. Now, what is the time frame here? 2 people whistled behind me in line. I'm gonna also note the striper here, because we've had strike boots follow me to Bob's Big Boy Friday night. Today is Saturday night. In the horizontal black and white stripes and other stripes. So we have a horizontal striped shirt here. And we're having the increased mental illness, and he's coming, of course, this way. And you're gonna say, okay, that's the hair tactic. They see me and they run their hand through the hair like that. And you're gonna say, now this Dincy and the rest of LAPD don't know this is going on, okay? That's what they say. And it's worldwide, and it's been going on for 46 years, exponentially growing, correct? Exponentially growing. And is this a third Mercedes? And now it looks so, oh, it is. Okay, so now we've gone to 2 different Mercedes. Three identical Mercedes parking backwards, and 3 identical Mercedes parking backwards. So now you can do the math. That these aren't coincidences, that they're actually, hello. Oh, here, card for you?
Yeah.
They're actually following systematically. There's not, I just saw Kevin's car, but I'm following systematically. Example, Kevin just showed up here, everyone come out of your houses and do this, okay? Systematically. I have 15 years of daily video of this. I found out 22 years ago this is going on. 22 years ago. The police will not admit it's going on. I do routine, what do you call it? Okay, so I do routine, what do you call it? Routine drive-thrus. I do routine, whatever. Wherever I go in the world, I video. I get thousands of people per hour. So if a black girl provoking me, Kevin's a racist, I'm gonna provoke Kevin, try to get a reaction, then say Kevin's a racist. However, it doesn't matter if they get the reaction or not, they're still gonna say I'm a racist, and that's how it starts, because I kissed a black girl, and supposedly the black community's been hunting me to kill me ever since with my family. She's working on the no worries tactic, linked to Starbucks, mass groups attacking me saying no worries and 100,000 times. And my kind's not allowed to go to any coffee shop worldwide, okay? And what are they trying to do? They're trying to get reactions, say he's a violent paranoid schizo, and we want to lock him away, correct? With lead officer Dincy at the forefront here of these operations based on racism and hate, and your kind is not as good as the other kinds. And you've just seen the 3 Mercedes SUVs. That's not just I saw Kevin's car and I'm parking backwards. That's I'm coming out of my house here. What's the time frame? I've been here for 15 minutes. Let's see. It's 10 p.m. I think I walked in, let's say 9:40 p.m. So let's say 20 minutes. You've seen, as I do this every day of my life, but I need to learn to ignore it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, we have a new one. We have a new Mercedes SUV right here. Parking by this Mercedes with no plates, Calabasas covers, and parking by the black Mercedes. So we're talking a 20-minute time frame. We've seen about 9 stalkers show up, and the lot was perfectly normal first. Okay, now LAPD says this isn't happening and I'm crazy. The psychology community. Okay, so this black girl, the camera was pointed away from me. The black girl was hinting interesting from the people in the psychology community, threatening my life. And no worries directed to Starbucks, threatening my life, and your client's not allowed here or anywhere else in the world. And we are on Ventura Boulevard, and what street is this? Winnetka and Ventura Boulevard. In 2001, I found out this was going on. 2001. I found out this was going on. So 2001, met with Mike Huntley's death threats, world of paranoia, have a good life now, you better live a careful life, I've given you enough rope to hang yourself with, several other, dropping papers on my desk, how to make people mentally ill and kill them, that he calls control.
An impact was detected during parking mode.
This is the interesting, this is the green and black girl, lady. Now she's going back to the backwards car, and I believe the cop was talking to her. So she arrived after me here, and that's kind of interesting. I can't specifically, I just waved her and she waved back as if it's a game and a joke. Okay, here's another Mercedes SUV. Now she waved back like it's a game and a joke. Okay, but her motive is not a jokey gamey thing, but she's playing it off like, you know, ha ha ha, we're just hitting you in the back of the head with lead pipes, we're just joking around and having some fun, because one of my father's weird angry statements was, well, you had fun, didn't you? Like, okay, you paid a guy to take me to strip clubs and I enjoyed it, so I ruined your life and you have a worldwide campaign to kill me? I mean, I'm missing the part where I've committed a crime, and such a big crime that there's a worldwide campaign to kill me, because my father's paying off people to take me to strip clubs, one in each state. Eric Christensen alone in 1991 for going to Southern Oregon State College. Okay, paid off to have me killed working with San Diego PD. Okay, why? Okay, well, we don't know. But we do know that you'd have about 11 or 12 stalkers on video in a 20-minute period that LAPD says is not going on. The one girl in the green and black, I believe, was talking to LAPD as if Kevin leaves his house and gets some food, we're gonna fucking try to figure out how to provoke him into a situation to eradicate him and make him look like a violent paranoid schizo, correct? Okay, now what was that girl, I believe, I'm not 100% sure because I'm focused on a lot of things, appears to have been working with LAPD in the green and black clothing tactic. Normally we see groups show up at the same time. By the way, two whites here on the side. I've been doing photos, taking pictures of groupings of whites, that tactic. I believe two whites right here. We are on, I don't know, Winnetka's to the street over. And you're gonna say, well, that's interesting because every place Kevin goes in the world since 5 years old, this is happening. Okay? Please say it's not happening. However, I've been doing routine videos and photos of Schoenborn Street, Topanga Division, of the mental illness tactics on Schoenborn Street for years. Every time the police officers go to their office on Schoenborn Street, Topanga Division, they don't see the mental illness tactics in front of them. Okay, so you're gonna say that's strange. So let's do a broad sort of parking lot overview here, even though this is sort of unnecessary from a distance here. Okay, we are at the Ralph's. Remember, so I'm not allowed at any food. Ooh, I'm not allowed at any place that sells food because I eat too much food, according to some crazies that befriend me. And so I'm not allowed to eat food. So eating food is a crime, so I'm not allowed to eat food. Now, I'm 5'7", 172 pounds, so I'm clearly obese and shouldn't be allowed to eat food, according to LAPD and their worldwide gang stalking groups, government gang stalking groups to kill me or eradicate me. And, okay, so we had 4 Mercedes SUVs show up. We had 3 parked backwards together all at the same time. Okay, that's not seeing Kevin's car and parking backwards. That's actually coordinated. This is where Kevin is. We have this guy over here that's waiting with his girlfriend, sort of gets out in hopes that he could get an angry reaction to set me up with the police. But he still doesn't think what he's doing is wrong. We have the girl there that was in the green and black talking to the police about something after I arrive and try to go get food. We had a black girl in there sort of, you know, being a little friendly too. Now she's lying, saying I gave her a card, and she said, oh, we'll talk. And I said, yeah, I doubt that. Because why is she provoking, why is she trying to get rid of my kind, so to speak, because I kissed a black girl when I was 8 years old, and therefore I need to be hunted and killed by the black community. Okay. We got a father. My father says you think differently, trying to cover up his murder operations. And several others things. So I counted 11 to 12 people showing up, and they're going to continue showing up. And what's going to happen is now forever, that these cars are now going to start parking backwards again. Okay. Why was it normal? Okay, what changed their behavior? That's not statistically possible that is a coincidence. Okay, so what changed the behavior? The parking lot was perfectly normal, like it was before. Oh, and the 2 whistlers. So one person whistling at me and the next person coming behind me in line and whistling at me, which isn't on video. That's when I pushed the button, and then the provokings started to increase. Okay, so what changed their behavior? As I was video documenting the parking lot here, that everything was normal, how it should be before 2011. Before I showed up, correct? Before 2011, I parked backwards in Encino Starbucks once. Boom, not that it matters. Boom, worldwide groups start working on me with the backwards car tactics. We sort of have groupings of whites. They're not all Mercedes, one is. And we have a gray car backwards here. Has also showed up backwards. So that would be 13 or 14 or I don't even know. And I am going to note that this Starbucks right here years ago was also heavily involved in the lies and the tactics that you're seeing right there were happening here, as well as every other coffee shop and place in the world, which we all know is going on, but nobody will admit to. Okay, right here. And lead officer Dincy and the rest of the people in law enforcement stating that I'm imagining this, that I get this every day. I have 70 terabytes of this on video. LAPD says it's not happening. These mass attacks to mentally bludgeon my skull in the name of control. Well, let me think about this. So every time I go to the supermarket and buy food to eat to stay breathing, that's taboo, and therefore they need to stop me by mentally battering my skull in with these psychological warfare tactics so that my kind cannot. I'm just going to note the girl walking here, I believe has green pants and a black jacket, but I can't see very well here from a distance. Okay, so let's break that down. We need to control you, so we're gonna keep bashing your skull in with a lead pipe or crowbar, but we're gonna do it in a way that we don't physically touch you minute by minute. We need to control you. Eat too much food, so you're not allowed to go to any supermarket or restaurant in the world. This is LAPD. Okay, this is LAPD, the government and psychology community. So the government the psychology community and government dictate whether people are allowed to eat food or not. Is that what they're saying? So because I went in and bought some food to eat, because you have to eat food to stay breathing, correct? People are showing up with mental illness tactics, trying to inflict pain, like my father, who put shock collars on dogs because he has no communication skills, are showing up, trying to inflict pain, putting a shock collar on me for the crime of walking into the supermarket and buying food. Or maybe it's because I kind of sort of flirted a little with a black girl, which I know isn't going to go anywhere, because she's involved in a worldwide murder operation, because they're racists who are mad at me for kissing a black girl when I was 8 years old, which doesn't make any sense, because if anyone else kisses a black girl, nobody gives a shit. Going down to the Ronald Barry Perlman, I'm going to kill my 5-year-old with every person on the planet. Now, as I discussed with that guy, and paying off the police to put bullet holes in 300E Mercedes and say I tried to kill, scare him, and 100,000 other things, like you're seeing right now as we speak on, what's today's date? 9/30 or 2023. You've now seen, and the guy walking with the horizontal striped shirt, so that's maybe more like 13 or 14 things. And you're gonna say, why don't anyone think what they're doing is wrong? Okay, they've been working on me since 5 years old, minute by minute, to kill me with LAPD, psychology community, that goes up to the government on the highest levels to kill a 5-year-old with Ronald Barry Perlman, and it is significantly getting worse. But most importantly, I have 15 years of this video, inside businesses, outside businesses, in parking lots, worldwide, driving across the U.S., LAPD's refusal, aiding and abetting a conspiracy to commit murder, LAPD psychology's refusal, aiding and abetting conspiracy to commit murder, an ongoing crime, to have me killed. The argument here is that you went into a supermarket here on Ventura Boulevard in Winnetka to buy some food to eat, and hundreds, right now only, let's say 14, I'm not sure, but they're increasing as I wait here. There's also no relaxing for you, nigger death threat, so I'm not allowed to relax. I can't walk back to my car. Now that's a racial statement with black people. Okay, black people mad at me for kissing a black girl when I was 8 years old with my father. Okay, my father's clearly paying off people to rile up the masses, and my brother, and LAPD, to have me killed. For whatever reason, we don't know. But it starts at 5 years old. And so no relaxing for you, nigger. Hey, you walk back to your car. There's a black girl in there. She's kind of sort of attractive, but you're not going to flirt with her because you know that she's going to see you and go, that's the guy that kissed the black girl, so we're going to hunt him and kill him. And you're trying to piece it together going, why would that anger you? And it was 50, 40 years ago or whatever, who cares? 35, 40 years ago, I don't know. How would she even know? She's not even old enough to care, or you wouldn't care, and she's not even old enough anyways. So why is she involved? Why is there a plan of people hunting me to kill me since 5 years old? Okay, so LAPD, the truth can't come out. We're gonna hunt Kevin with these people and exterminate him, and link to my father clearly paying him off to have me killed. I've committed a crime, according to them, tonight by going to Ralph's here and trying to buy some food, but I have to run right back home, correct? I'm not allowed to relax and sit in my car for 10 minutes or organize my receipts, see if they stole my money or whatever. Because I'm also a car thief, according to my father, and I've also supposedly stole $10,000 from my father because I worked my ass off and bought an engine from Pineapple Joe at Hawaii Racing when I was 16 and taught myself how to build car engines and work on cars, and my father's mad about that. Paying off the police to have me killed on things that, because I'm out of control for doing positive things that are helpful to my life and creating a good life for myself, correct? So my father's mad about that, so I need to die, and he's gonna kill me with a plan of people. How is that even possible? I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. You're seeing the anger from the black community. 2 people coming up behind me in line as I'm trying to buy food in line, whistling, the whistling tactic. In the beginning at 29, there were about 10 to 40 people per day whistling at me, walking by whistling. We've seen the guy with the horizontal striped shirts linking to the about 15 people showing up at Bob's Big Boy in Burbank last night with a horizontal stripe. He actually had vertical striped, horizontal striped. You're seeing the 3 or 4 Mercedes SUVs show up, following, and most importantly, we're seeing the parking lot go from normal to backwards. And LAPD showing up on something that almost looks fake. Does that make sense? Like they came out for some, maybe the girl called and made up, what do they call it? The Kyles and the Karens. The girl called and the cops, and they're scare tactics because we don't want you buying food. Now I can't substantiate that one statement about the LAPD coming here for no reason, but I guarantee that if people are assault and battering me or trying to carve me up with knives, literally, LAPD won't come out for real reports. They'll pretend it's not happening. These are some of the incidences that people paid off by LAPD to have me killed. That LAPD does not, they don't want me talking that much, that either they're going to try to pay off girls to slice me up with knives, or they're going to pay off these people to follow me every day with lead officer Toro. If you ever take a picture of a person, I will exercise the law in my own way. Mad at me for getting into studio photography, and then sort of me starting to get proof with Aubrey Fisher, working with Rody Morales, and then me getting proof of these murder operations, and then also shifting over, making this about that and that about this, but they all start at the same place. Well, you got into studio photography, I don't approve. We have more horizontal stripes showing up here, walking in. Now remember last night they've increased that tactic, and that starts with coffee shops and Coffee Bean. With the horizontal stripes, so we might see, I'm just trying to get home here, right? We might, second stripes on this hard to see green and black striped shirt over here. I think, I can't see very well, it's far. Yeah, they're very light. No, they're not stripes, they're one of those old life preserver fluffy vest thingies that looks like stripes, with the horizontal ridges. And okay, so they need to cover it up. This is the way people park, and then they'll do it forever. Okay, now just to know, we have another guy that's pulled up backwards here, waiting with lights on, and he's sort of mimicking me because I pulled over here trying to leave, correct? I'm trying to leave, but I can't because now the attacks are increasing, and I have to get proof because they won't leave me the fuck alone, right? Okay, so now what does they want? Well, I explained to that guy, they want the reactions. Now, did the guy leave or anything? No, he's continuing to do it, correct? And they're continuing to show up. So that's the level of obsession to have me killed since I was 5 years old, okay? Now, they're gonna babble words about obsession or whatever to cover up what they're doing and say, I suffer from obsession and because I kissed a black girl and I am obsessed with black people, right? Okay, we have more Mercedes showing up backwards. Okay, 2 more, a black and white Mercedes over here, backwards. So we have the 2 black and white Mercedes SUVs over there. And we have this black Mercedes and that black Mercedes over here. Okay. And so 2 more Mercedes showing up, and you're gonna say, oh, well, you know, people drive Mercedes, right? Okay, that's what they're gonna say. Now, this has been going on since 5 years old. Kill Kevin at all costs. Kill Kevin at all costs. Since 5 years old. They are not willing to admit to it. Okay, so 2 more Mercedes, child rapist groups that they don't want to use me to use those words because they're allowed to kill, they're allowed to hunt and kill my kind and us Jews since 5 years old with my child rapist father. So they're allowed to hunt me since 5 years old with these child rapist groups, but I'm not allowed to say anything about it or I'm a bad guy. And then you can see how things are escalating, right? You can see how, okay, so I'm just gonna note there's a black guy in that Mercedes. I'm gonna sort of note the 2 reds over here. And I want you to sort of see the anger. Now we have a double horn honker over here too with the alarm horn, honk, honk. Okay, and you see in their anger that my kind, since 5 years old, left his house and is buying some food. Okay, where that's all it's about. It's not, now they're gonna say whatever lies they need to say. Now you're seeing how they're escalating things, right? So you're seeing that some guy's trying to go out and buy food. Now remember that this has been happening since I was 5 years old. Okay, every teacher, every college professor, every teacher, every friend in middle school, right, high school, you name it. You name it. They are mad that I'm breathing, and there's no actual reasoning or explanation. Just hunt and kill a 5-year-old Jew since 5 years old. Okay, with my family. Okay? So you're seeing, I think, I couldn't hear it. It almost sounded like someone was whistling there. So you're seeing it escalate. What is it they want? They want me to start swinging and look like a 5150 or a 5250 or a 5350 or a violent paranoid schizo, which my father starts with the lies and labels as 5 years old, out of his hate for his 5-year-old, okay? But nobody's saying it's wrong. Okay, so I sort of want to note here that that guy's still waiting with his girlfriend in the car who sort of jumped out. Want our reactions, and we can sort of pop in here. Now remember, this is every food place, every restaurant, every coffee shop, every gas station, every, you name it. Okay, so you're watching these child rapists show up. Hello. And you're watching, I have about 15 child rapists showing up on video. We have the 2 people that whistled at me there. We have the black girl provoking me here. We're on 15 to 17, and the parking lot started perfectly normal, didn't it? All the cars were forwards. They're actually trying to justify hunting and killing 5-year-olds. They're trying to justify hunting and killing 5-year-olds with these mental illness tactics, or setting them up to make them look like a violent paranoid schizo to kill 5-year-olds. And they don't think it's wrong. So what are they being told? Okay, I'm just going to note the green and black clothing there. What are they being told by LAPD that I did at 5 years old? By people like Lead Officer Sean Dinsey, Officer Jensen, Detective Angela Stewart, Detective Shapiro, Officer Lee, to hunt and kill 5-year-old Jews with sickos that run around befriending you saying just ignore it. Okay, why would someone tell you to ignore this? Unless what they're trying to do is get you to react in pure anger and rage and make you look like a violent paranoid schizo, correct? That's the only possible reason. Okay, I'm just going to note this blue car pulling up and that blue car waiting with lights on. Maybe something to that, maybe not. Once again, I pointed out this gray car, and there is a gray car way down there. You can't see it backwards. I think it might be a Mustang, an old Mustang. And so do you want to state why you're a Ralph's employee, right? Right, you're a Ralph's employee, right?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Do you have a statement about why these child rapist groups have been hunting me nonstop for 46 years with these mental illness tactics, or
I have no idea.
No statement about it. Okay, so he does not have a statement. I am going to note the crooked parking because they started that at Bob's Big Boy last night. An older tactic that I have on photos and video with my father's office and following me back to my house. And okay, so if I come back in an hour, it's going to be worse, and then if I come back tomorrow, it's going to be worse, and I come back next month, it's going to be worse and worse and worse and worse, because I am Mike Huntley. Mike Huntley, I forgot. I totally blocked this one out. Mike Huntley, another one of Mike Huntley's statements was, I'm an out-of-control monster. So, working with LAPD and my father to have me killed. Now, you have to understand, Mike Huntley was paid off to have me killed with Paul Humphrey when I was 14 and stuck around for 15 years in that keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I want to start a company with you for 6 years. Paying off Roddy Morales with my father paying him and Roddy Morales and Aubrey Fisher and LAPD officers to have me killed. These are the kill methods. This is the weapon of my father's choice, using his psychology degree to kill his child, okay, or make his child look crazy for eradication. LAPD has taken the stance, just like that Ralph's employee guy, that they have for 46 years, and as we speak on September 30th, I think it is, 2023, non-stop 46-year murder operations to kill 5-year-olds. Do not think what they are doing and have started in on me when I was 5 years old with teachers, professors, friends, elementary school teachers, Tom Farley, Paul Humphrey, Mike Huntley, what their murder operations are wrong, okay? While Tom Farley starts spewing that I supposedly saw an alien in his bathroom, or is paid off or told to say whatever he can to rile the masses against me and exterminate my kind, my existence as we know it. Why? Okay. This is simply me trying to get a little food and leaving my house, and my cat, I need cat food too. Okay, so they're mad at me for getting cat food too. By the way, this also was pretty aggressive at PetSmart before you could get good cat food anywhere else. So Allied Universal had a problem with me buying cat food. I forgot all about that. So they're on several videos threatening my life for trying to buy cat food and these events occurring. So he's still here, as you can see. And Allied Universal Security had a problem with me buying cat food. Okay, so I went in here about some food for me and for my cat, and LAPD had a problem with it, or Allied Universal and LAPD have a problem with that because I'm an out-of-control monster. So I'm gonna notice both these. No, she's green and black and he's not. Okay, so now you can see how things are escalating for me trying to go leave and buy some cat food and food for me. So I forgot I was buying cat food. That was the original reason, was cat food, but I bought a few extra things that I needed to cook. Okay, so there's the gray Mustang, and there's another gray car that I believe showed up there backwards too. Now, and here's the Starbucks that have been doing the same tactics for over 20 years and making up all sorts of lies. I supposedly threatened to kill all Starbucks customers. Did I have proof that they're liars on video? And Sean Dinsey is behind all these operations to make people look crazy and force them into mental institutions, as he posts on his Facebook articles about how do we force people into mental institutions. Okay, so here is the gray Mustang backwards. We have a white car backwards here. See how things are increasing. Some of these were possibly, oh no, never mind, he's forwards. Some of these things, I'll say what I always say. Some of these things are coincidences, and some of these things are intentional coincidences. But 80 to 90% are intentional, premeditated, following or waiting. Most importantly, we saw the parking lot normal. Two reds sort of trying to get together here, which may or may not be. This gray backwards, kind of with that grouping of grays. We saw 5 or 6 Mercedes in obvious methods that they say aren't happening. I rarely go to this Ralph's location here. We are on Ventura and Winnetka. We actually saw some cops show up, which looks kind of fake, okay? Now the cops like to try to intimidate me, so they create little fake scenarios. And then we have this black backwards down here, which I believe someone's probably waiting in. Okay, so, yeah, someone is waiting, sort of watching everything. But I can guarantee, he's on the phone, it looks like. But I guarantee you, he doesn't think that what's going on there and nonstop since I was 5 years old is wrong. Well, Kevin, why aren't you out dating women and making friends and Okay, well, how do you want to go out? Do you want to be friends with these people that are hunting you to kill you? Okay, I have a new white Tesla that pulled up backwards there. Let's just do one more loop here. And now what they'll say is Kevin's crazy because he didn't go, Kevin's crazy, filled with obsession because he didn't go straight home, right? That's what they'll say. And you're going to say, well, I'm trying to leave, but as I showed up, hundreds of people showed up with their stalking tactics. Okay, now I've done this thousands and thousands of public businesses, coffee shops, stores. Okay, white Tesla backwards here. And LAPD is behind the whole thing with the psychology community and my family to hunt and exterminate. So you're going to say, well, why was everything forwards and normal how it was before 2011? And why did it instantly, within minutes, increase? And I simply walked in. I was in there for a total of 15 to 20 minutes. Bought some cat food and chicken to cook and some cold cuts and some jelly. Okay. And, well, Kevin, you're obsessed and a schizo and you think you're Alexis Amore because she quotes she's a foodie. Well, wait a minute. Don't I have to eat? Doesn't every person on the planet have to eat food? Correct? So if you eat food and someone that was told to wait at strip clubs for you while Rhodey Morales was told to take you there and things like that, you're stalking her or you're obsessed or you're crazy or... Now she could come forward like everyone else, but she won't. Correct? Okay. So, so this white Tesla here showing up backwards where we kind of came out the door here and saw the first car backwards and you're seeing an increase. Now, why are you seeing things increase with these sickos? Because they want to set someone up to make them look like a violent paranoid schizo, correct? Now, it's interesting because I get these statements like you're provoking people by passing out cards saying you're being stalked and hunted by mass worldwide groups. I think that's a little fucking beyond backwards and insane that someone would even attempt to say that. But the stupidity behind it is, I'm just going to note this other Tesla with someone waiting in it with a phone. Now that's forwards. But you can sort of see they probably came together. But they're not friends, correct? Okay, so they're using internet kill tools to hunt and kill a 5-year-old, and in 1994, my brother wanted me to see the internet really bad while I was at University of Colorado, and he was getting together with the government to create these kill tools with my family and the police to have me killed or eradicated. Okay, Jason Perlman's death threats at 16. Me and my friends are going to put you in a mental institution. Okay? But Jason Perlman isn't working by himself. He seems to have government resources, LAPD, psychology community, to have me executed, okay? Whatever Jason Perlman and my father are trying to hide and cover up is linked to these murder operations to kill me for what's in my brain, correct? Okay, so they don't want me talking about their murder operations to kill me since 5 years old, and they got to cover it up. Okay. This is also government related. Government related operations to kill a 5-year-old because the resources here are insane. And whatever they have to hide, this is interesting because there's a red car behind me and they look like they're mad at me for videoing the parking lot. And I'm just going to do it in the mirror here because you're going to say, why would this person be mad at you for defending yourself by getting video footage of people stalking and hunting you and trying to kill you? Okay, well, they're coming up to my right. Let's see what they say. Oh. So, sure. Oh. Oh.
I was over there.
Uh-huh.
But I wanted to ask, because I was standing out there smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
What do you do?
What am I videoing?
Videotaping.
Wait, say it again, sorry.
What are you videotaping?
Oh, you gotta know.
Huh?
You seriously don't know?
No, I don't.
Hey, seriously.
No, I
You don't know who Kevin Perlman is?
Oh shit. Okay.
There's a worldwide campaign to make me look like a violent paranoid schizo for 46 years. Planetary.
Okay.
I get thousands of stalking groups worldwide per hour on video.
Okay. Let me just park my car really quick.
Sure. Here.
I just wanted to ask. I didn't want to like freak you out or.
No, you don't.
But I just wanted to ask because it
Sure.
kind of freaked me out, but it's nothing like
I can't.
judgmental or anything, right?
Well, I hope not, but I would
of
think you would
course.
understand the ramifications of if someone leaves his house every day and thousands of people try to make him look like a violent paranoid schizo every day of his life per hour.
Okay.
So just to give you, this is going to go up on YouTube tonight. So,
Okay.
after 20, okay, so you see how everyone's parked backwards and in pairs of twos backwards?
Right. Okay.
Okay. Well, in 2011, everyone parked. Before 2011, everyone parked normally and forwards.
Okay.
I parked once. Okay, there's a thing. Kevin Perlman is not allowed to go to coffee shops. Kevin Perlman's kind is not allowed to go to coffee shops. In 2004, when after the Mike Huntley death threats, World of Paranoia, You're a Dead Man, all these things, I started trying to do something different, going to coffee shops and relaxing. There's also the No Relaxing for You nigger death threats by the black community who's mad at me because I kissed a black girl at 8 years old. It doesn't make any sense. And Encino Starbucks, Ventura Boulevard, Encino.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, they for a good 10, 15 years, every time I came in, the provokings minute by minute, and with the chess club, mad at me for doing a photo shoot with a black girl that contacted me. She wanted to do a photo shoot, and I did it for her. I was nice enough to do it for her. Your kind's also not allowed to get into studio photography with my family. My family tries to control everything, so if you get into studio photography, we're going to hunt you and kill you with LAPD. And yes, that's literally.
Yeah.
And so sorry that these stories or these, when I try to describe it.
I just wanted to kindly ask.
So in 2011, everyone parked normal forwards.
Right, of course.
Okay. Now what changed that? Kevin Perlman parked once backwards in an Encino Starbucks, and everyone started mimicking me, trying to provoke me into reactions with their paranoid schizophrenia tactics.
Okay.
I came here tonight, once again, every single minute of every day.
Okay.
Oddly enough, all the cars were forwards and normal. How it should be like 2011.
Like just,
Okay.
You park.
I was in that Rouse for 15 minutes. I had two provokings behind me, a whistler, they walked away, another whistler, they walked away as I was checking out. The whistling tactic starts in 2001.
Okay.
I walked out of the store, 15, 20 minutes. There was 4 cars backwards, 2 identical Mercedes SUVs backwards. I think one was black and one was white.
Okay, yeah.
Then, within 10 minutes, more Mercedes SUVs started pulling up, parking backwards.
Okay.
Okay. Then we had 2 non-Mercedes together parking backwards. Okay.
Right.
Statistically impossible to happen randomly by itself.
I love to just like park, park.
Okay, then we have about 10 other people showing up parking backwards. Now, without describing the rest, because you already in your brain understand the human behavioral change, that cannot happen randomly. It can only happen on a conspiracy.
Right.
Okay. Why did the behavior start off normal and then everyone show up instantly as I went to buy food, and then it switched all backwards in anger and rage towards someone with gang stalking tactics to try to provoke someone into reactions, to get them swinging and punching and going after people, which starts when I was 5 years old by my father and my brother.
That's crazy.
And I make it to 29, figure out what's going on. I get death threats from my 15-year-old friend and business partner, who was originally my brother's friend, who threatens my life at 16. Me and my friends are going to put you in a mental institution, or my brother's death threats. Mike Huntley's continuing death threats. You're a dead man. World of Paranoia. On a planetary execution started by the psychology community, LAPD, the government on NSA level extermination operations. And when we want to open up the conversation door to the reality of the situation, at 5 years old, my father decided he was going to kill his 5-year-old on government flag and kill operations, and I was born on Merced Air Force Base, if you want to do the math. Okay. So everything that's going on here where everyone says, I don't know you, and they're doing these things, because I've been doing this now for 22 years, right? 15 years of video, daily, thousands per hour. I've driven across the U.S.
Okay.
I've walked into business to business with this camera on my shoulder. I don't know you. I don't know you. Here come the cars showing up. Here come the backwards. Here come the clothing colors. Here come the people walking by with running their hand through their hair 100 times per day.
I just wanted to ask because
That's what gets on video, and I narrate it, and I archive it, and I put it on YouTube's, and I provide links off KevinPerlmanTarget.com to the proof that LAPD is lying, saying I'm a violent paranoid schizo and I need to be locked in jail cells for no reason other than hate.
Right now, this world is crazy regardless.
I totally agree with you, but what's going on here and everywhere else has nothing to do with normality, right?
Of course. And it's actually cool that I hear that from you. And because a lot of people out there, they probably think about that, but no one wants to say anything.
But they take part, okay? The people I have on video here are smirking, they're laughing as if it's a game, they're joking, they're accusing me of things that don't exist. So there's probably, LAPD is blasted to the world that I probably committed 1,000 different crimes, not one exists. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, that's defamation and slander. But it's not on normal channels. Normally you would be watching the news and this person did this, and you'd call up your lawyer and say, look, they lied, okay, and now I'm suing, okay?
Yeah.
So it's done in a method that is designed to kill. You have no recourse for survival.
Right.
Now, if you want to talk about where these tactics originate, do you know where gang stalking or gaslighting originate?
No.
Adolf Hitler himself. That was his next
I could see that.
height level of warfare.
Okay.
He never got to it.
Okay.
It trickled down to the Ku Klux Klan, and then ironically it trickled down to LAP or the Pleas and psychology community as something that the US could use to kill. And
that's not like, it's crazy.
It's insane, but what's insaner is that those people there today alone, I have thousands of these videos. They're laughing and they're smirking. They don't understand
what the fuck is going on.
They can't do 1 + 1 = 2. That not only, what kind of person tells someone else to kill for them? Okay, like, hey, you know, Kevin Perlman is crazy, so you need to kill for us because of what he did. Okay, if someone walked up to me and said, see that person over there, they help us make them mentally ill and eradicate them, I'd be like, fuck you, dude, I'm calling the cops. Or if it was a cop, I'd call internal affairs and say, they can't understand that simple concept.
Right.
Okay, so now that's not normal.
I totally get that now,
yeah. Okay, so think about this. If this was happening to you, that person would call internal affairs. But if it's happening to Kevin Perlman, they won't.
Right.
So that, nobody's coming forwards. Like, if I were to say to you right now, hey, do you want to get on video? I'll interview you, and you tell me what the government's told you about me, and you would say, no, I won't. But if that guy walked up to you, you say, I don't know you, Kevin. But if that guy walked up to you, say, yeah, I would. Okay, right?
Yeah.
And that's the wall that I got to break down here, that people need to come forwards, not just, hey, we'll publicly talk about it, because I'm not seeing anyone publicly talk about it, but
I mean, no one wants to do that because no one cares. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's wrong. Okay, if those 16 people on video tonight alone, in 30 minutes, me trying to buy some food, didn't care, they wouldn't have left their house in an anger and rage, stalking me.
Right.
They care.
That's why I was like, okay, I got nervous because I was like, okay. I was like, maybe I should go up and roll down my window, but I'm one of those people where I'm like, okay, I'm not an angry person, like, oh, I'm gonna fight you or something, but I just wanted to know, you know. Sure,
so, and I have no problem talking to people.
And I appreciate you being open about that.
But most people don't let me talk. You know, they threaten my life. You know, talk or we kill you or whatever.
Jesus Christ. The world we live in. Right
but that's not the world. That has nothing. There's only gang stalking operations happen all the time. They're pretty rare.
Okay.
I have an entire planet hunting me for 46 years.
Okay.
And that is not normal, and that's not the way the world works. And I guarantee that all these people go out every day and they live their lives and they do whatever they want. Nobody cares. They don't have people saying, like Mike Huntley, you're an out-of-controlled monster and we need to control you by mentally battering you to death and killing you. It's unheard of. It has nothing to do with the way the world normally works. And that's why LAPD does not want to come forward with the truth, because they know what they're involved in.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if you want to find me, or you want to get on video with direct statements, hey, we were told you're a public nuisance, we were told
And this is
that
on
you're a
the car.
stalker.
I put it in my pocket here.
Yeah.
What was your name? by
Oh,
the
Kevin
way?
Perlman.
Kevin what?
Kevin Perlman?
Maya Smitrovich.
Okay. Ooh, Russian.
Oh no, I'm actually Polish and
Oh,
Italian.
okay.
Everyone is like, oh, you know, it does. It's like Russian mob, but it was a pleasure meeting you. I just wanted to know because I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, it's proof of the ongoing 46-year crimes.
Okay.
And they will not stop until they can force me in jail cells or mental institutions.
Okay.
And that is the motive. Now, don't I have, whether you know me or not, don't I have the right to breathe, live in peace?
Yeah, we have to.
And the First Amendment, freedom of speech.
I want to make sure that you're on here. Okay,
KevinPerlmanTarget.com. Yeah.
Okay. Do you work for Target?
Oh, come on.
I used to work there.
No, I used to work for 3D animation, visual effects, and it all changed when I got the death threats and
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, no one deserves that at all.
Yeah, well, I mean...
You know?
Yeah, I mean, my life is minute by minute getting proof and damage control, and
I do like the bodies.
oh yeah, the Halloween things.
Everything.
Yeah,
That is
I got to
dope.
celebrate a little early because I got nothing to do.
Fuck
but
it. Sure, I love Halloween. It's
yeah,
the
it is. Halloween's cool.
best. But you know what? It's interesting because hearing about all of this, you know, I have a lot to say about all that into the world and stuff, and it's interesting to talk to you about that because a lot of people out here, they're like,
well, I mean, you believe in the Constitution that protects us and keeps us safe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know why nobody can understand this concept, but my constitutional protections were ripped away from me at 5 years old. Okay, Kevin Perlman, you are not protected by the government.
Right.
If you call the police, they're not going to help you. They're going to hunt you.
Right.
You don't have the First Amendment freedom of speech. So whether it's me getting proof or me verbally saying it, the cops usually show up threatening my life. By the way, I don't know if you saw the cops sort of show up instantly as it looked like
saw a little bit, yeah.
there are, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if there are things that LAPD does to try to scare me, and they do these fake things, but I don't know if that was.
They tell you anything, or they just kind
No,
of
they just lie and they go, oh, I understand that you're seeing things, you see things differently, and then I'll come to them with video footage. There was one girl, if you go to this side, there's knife marks. A girl tried to slice me and my car up. She's on video too. I go to LAPD and they go,
on your car. That's crazy.
yeah, her first swing was right here at the window, and the window was halfway up.
Okay.
And she's part of the neighborhood watch groups that your kind better not talk about what we're doing.
Okay.
And you go to LAPD to make police reports, and they refuse at all costs, even if it's on video, they refuse to investigate it, put it on police reports. They finally, after like 5 police stations, the girl dumbs it down saying, oh, the girl vandalized your car. Wait, hold on. They blocked my car, stopping me from driving. The girl ran out with a knife, slicing me up, something out of like the movie Training Day.
Oh, hell no.
And I was like, and it's on video.
That's crazy.
Right? I got tons of videos like that of people trying to either batter me or kill me.
You're on YouTube, so
Correct, yeah.
Kevin Perlman and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so remember that people aren't safe. That's my message here.
No,
that,
and I'm really glad because I was scared to come up, but I was like, you know what?
I'm
I want to
harmless.
do this because, you know, I do live in this area, but...
And the full story.
Right? Of course.
Okay, well, Kevin won't stop passing out cards. Kevin has OCD. They don't understand the full story. But that's irrelevant. They should know enough that if you keep following some guy around, provoking him minute by minute, thousands of people per hour on video, you're creating You're
gonna trip me? It's dope as fuck.
You're escalating a situation and creating a forest fire instead of letting it go. Right? Does that make sense? Okay, that's common sense. Most people are born with this common sense. That the more you follow some guy around flicking him in the ear 100,000 times and he says stop, okay, leave me alone. Now I'm getting proof of it. Now I'm getting video. You won't stop. 4 years have gone by hour, you're flicking the guy in the ear. Bam! Right? You punch him, right? Okay.
Right, okay.
Oh, we're going to arrest you for assault because you punched that guy. Wait,
It's-
what about the 4 years of minute by minute?
Exactly.
Okay, so why, with that theoretical, why would the police pretend, blatantly lying,
Right.
that the 4 years of flicking someone that got in the ear 100 times per day for 4 years nonstop straight, lie to your face, and it's on video,
Okay.
say that event did not occur, but you assaulted and battered some guy, and we're going to arrest you. Blatantly lying,
That's crazy.
unless they have motive
Right.
to eradicate.
Right.
Motive, premeditated motive, an act to hunt, stalk, exterminate, eradicate with premeditated thoughts before even doing it.
Right.
Okay, so if you want to talk about in a law book what murder is, it's not about touching or not touching. It's about the premeditated act to do something harmful to someone and act out on it and proceed and execute it.
Okay.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay, so if someone says to you, hey, I want you to check out this view, and they put oil on a cliff, but they never physically touch you and push you, but they put oil on the rocks, say, come stand here and check this look, and you slip and you fall off the cliff. LAPD would tell me, as they have, well, because someone didn't physically touch someone, they're allowed to kill them.
Okay.
Audio recorded.
Okay.
And if you look in a law book, it would state, well, the guy had the premeditated thought that he was going to kill that person, so he took him out to the location.
Okay.
He had him stand in the area where he put the oil. He never
Okay.
physically touched him. The guy slipped and he fell off the cliff and died. Okay, that is an act of murder, premeditated first-degree murder. Okay, think about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
That
they've
is
been doing that to
crazy.
me since 5 years old. It was started by my own father and brother. Non-stop, minute by minute, escalating a forest fire. And the more I go to LAPD, the angrier they get that we're trying to reverse the story on you. And look
That's
what you
crazy.
did. Yeah, I mean, they're telling me that by passing out cards that state there's a worldwide group provoking me daily, minute by minute, that I'm provoking people. Does that make any sense?
No.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
the only thought in your brain or everyone in the community or world's brain should be, why would LAPD...
Hold on, my
Yeah,
daughter's
go ahead.
calling me. I'm sorry. It is my daughter. I was supposed to be home 10 minutes ago, but I
that's
just
okay.
wanted to ask you.
Yeah,
But,
so just, sorry.
can I contact
Sure,
you
yeah.
on the
Let me
email?
give you my phone number. Why would LAPD consciously state nothing's going on and try to cover it up
Right.
if they're not guilty?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a pen, but... Oh, you have a phone.
Yes, yeah, that's
okay.
fine. Hold on one second. Okay.
Okay, 312.
Kevin, it's what?
Oh, 312.
312
Yep, 259
259
3686.
0
Sorry, 312-259-3686.
3686.
Yes.
Okay. Kevin, I am gonna add you. Kevin Perlman. It was a pleasure. I know my daughter needs me home.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I just saw 10. It was awesome.
10 is...
It's Saw 10, so it's
Saw 10.
yeah.
Oh, I was thinking. Remember, you're too young. There's a movie called 10 with Bo Derek where she's running down the beach. It's like a famous poster, but
Okay,
she's running down the
okay.
beach. Yeah.
No, I love scary movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, my daughter's like, where are you?
No, that's okay.
But hey, it was a pleasure. I didn't
Okay.
want to freak you out.
No,
or
hey,
anything,
listen, I deal
but
with this
I
every day.
wanted to just make sure, like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just, you know.
No,
was like,
it's
oh, shit.
cool. Don't worry about it. But
Okay.
but let me interject this. If you know of anyone
Okay.
that wants to be ballsy enough
Okay.
and just say, listen, look, Kevin, this is what we were told.
Okay.
Okay? Direct statements about the situation.
Okay.
I have no problem grabbing this camera, putting it on a tripod, sitting next to him in an interview,
Okay.
and saying, "Look, let's talk about the real situation, and
Okay.
not cover up situations, but from the beginning, from the start,
Okay.
and on video and on camera,
Okay.
the lies LAPD is spewing worldwide,
I agree with
federal
that. That's
crimes
fine.
worldwide. Yeah. I'm totally into it. So you, anyone else, I have
Okay.
not been able to find someone that actually wants to come forward.
Okay.
with direct
I mean-
statements, but
We'll talk more about it. Like, I have so much about LAPD, it's ridiculous. So.
okay. Now
But yeah.
remember that when you, this is just I doubt you'll do it, but here's some homework project for you. When you go into these parking lots, Ralph's, coffee shops,
Right.
check out the patterns. Example, 2 Mercedes backwards, 2 green
When
cars
they park
together.
like this, or.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they
and then
started,
they're like, oh,
they're
we're, like, the
starting the
same.
10-year crooked
Get that.
tactic back up. 10 years ago,
okay.
where they park crooked in groups. Okay, so that's starting back up as of 2 days ago. Okay, started at my father's office, Golden State Sports Medical. Okay, so just do a little homework project, and you want to say, yeah, without even mentioning why is this happening.
Right.
Right? It can't happen by itself.
Right.
Okay, it's got to be directed at someone, and it's got to be conspiracy and directed to someone. Correct?
Right.
Okay, so think about that. Do that little project. You're welcome to get back to me and
course.
say, hey, yeah, I got proof.
I will text you right now. And again, my name is Maya.
Maya,
Yeah.
I like the name. Good name, Maya.
I just texted you right now. You'll get it. But I'll talk more.
Okay,
But
Maya.
My
Yeah.
daughter needs me home.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Don't worry, you're not
She's
freaking
8,
me
you know,
out.
she's little.
It's cool. So.
But hey, it was a pleasure. Thank you for letting me speak to you, and
Yeah.
I feel better
Yeah.
because I was like, oh shit, like what did
No,
I do?
no. I'm just getting proof of the.
Okay.
I don't have a choice here. They won't let me go anywhere in peace. So yeah. So.
Blessings.
All right. Thank
We'll
you.
keep in touch.
All right, Maya.
Have a wonderful night, okay?
Okay, thank you. Okay, now I know from experience, I doubt I'd be hearing from her, but she probably did text me, but... Oh, I don't have my glasses, that might be her. No. Okay, so a text didn't come in. By the way, Maya there is wearing horizontal stripes on her clothing. Maya is also 3D animation software, so there could be something to that. And her intent, most likely, okay, let's look at how the cars are. Her intent, they're closer to normal. We still have the couple over there, backwards. 2 black Mercedes, no, 1 black. No, never mind. Wait, never mind. Okay, Maya there, I don't see a text coming in. Maya was wearing the black and white, or maybe it was black clothing with a shirt underneath a shirt, black clothing with white horizontal stripes. The horizontal stripe tactic. Okay. Without jumping to conclusions, I do not. I know how it works because I'm 51 years old and I've done this for 22 years here since the Mike Huntley death threats. Okay, she said she texted me. I don't see a text. She wanted to talk to me in hopes, my guess is in hopes she could get reactions. This guy's crazy. He's running around. He's a violent paranoid schizo. What's he doing? What's he up to? Just like the other guy, correct? The other guy in the provoking car with his girlfriend backwards, it's still there. Okay, as we come out down the street, we have 2 white groupings. I've been doing photos of the white groupings all night to show the newer, within a year, the newer white grouping tactics with the Asian guy in the white Tesla that was telling me I'm not allowed to take walks around my house. Okay, get exercise. Okay, I'm not allowed to buy food, take walks, get exercise. There are 4 or 5 whites there, and I'm thinking of coming back. I was gonna go home, and yet once again, like every night or day, we get sidetracked into 100 million different things. Go home, but I kind of want to come back in an hour to that lot and see what it looks like. Now, my guess is it's going to be forever backwards and aggressive there. Maya there was sort of following, and there's also the red car grouping tactic. She was in a red car. We might see groups of red cars show up. Maya was hoping to get an angry, violent, paranoid, schizo-looking reaction, correct? I'm following you, but I don't want to freak you out. I'm sort of waiting behind you. Then I pull up the side to talk to you. Was there an admission that she knew of me? No. Okay, well, already you're basing that on a lie. That she does know of me, and she was told things by the government because this is worldwide. Okay, there's not one person I've met in 46, or it's very seldom I've met someone in 46 years that didn't know of me before interacting with me. And you really can't build a foundation on any level, even if it's an interview on that, because it's based on a lie, and it's based on her playing stupid and not wanting to admit that this is going on, correct? And it doesn't really leave you too well off here. And usually what happens at that point is they say Kevin's trying to pick up on women. So Kevin's got Kevin Perlman target because he's trying to look like a tough guy and pick up on women. Okay, right? So usually what happens is they'll throw anything at you in the worldwide defamation and slander, but everything but be honest. Okay? Right? So now it's about picking up on chicks. Before it was about making money, now it's about picking up on chicks. Then it's you're a car thief. Then it's we're trying to plant drugs in your house, make you look like a drug dealer. Okay, but why can't you just be honest? Okay, that's why the video camera never turns off. And most likely her name isn't Maya. She's just doing because she knows that I used to do 3D animation, and there's Maya software, right? Okay, so and she was a little slurry, by the way, on her voice patterns. Okay, so you're trying to buy food. Okay, and that's all that's happened is I've tried to buy food. Okay, for my cat and me. Okay, so I'm just trying to think this through here without wasting 100 million SD cards, because I go through these 64 gigabyte SD cards like freaking nothing. What to do here? So I'm going to turn off the camera, and as you can see, I was trying to get some work done. Like, I want to go out and get some food and get some work done. And you can see how sidetracked you get every single day of your life, because they won't stop. Okay, they just won't stop. Okay, now we're having the smirky looks. This is just a daily 46-year minute-by-minute joke. We have the angry father paying people off to take me to strip clubs, and then say, "Well, you had fun, didn't you?" Okay, I don't understand the correlation behind my father paying people off to take me to strip clubs. And I had fun, so there's worldwide campaigns to kill me. They're not trying to kill the strip club owners or the strippers. They're just trying to kill some guy that went to a strip club, or several times, or either way. They're trying to kill a guy for getting into photography because you pushed your shutter button too many times. They're trying to kill me because... Oh, horror movies. She mentioned I like horror movies. Okay, there's Jason Perlman. I'm going to show Kevin with friends. I'm going to show Kevin as many horror movies as possible and say Kevin's crazy and he conforms to horror movies and he's crazy and it's illegal to watch horror movies. So if you watch horror movies, you had fun, and then we're allowed to hunt you and kill you, but everyone else on the planet Earth can watch horror movies. So she likes to watch horror movies, but she gave me she never texted me, because she's not there for any other reason to try to make someone look crazy. And if you watch horror movies, you don't have a right to breathe, because we live in a crazy world, but everyone watches horror movies, correct? Okay? And you're going to say that every single thing that's happening to Kevin Perlman is not logical or rational. Okay? Well, you watched horror movies, so we're hunting you to kill you. Well, you went to the supermarket more than once per year, so we're hunting you to kill you. Well, you took too many walks, so we're hunting you to kill you. Well, we paid people to take you to strip clubs and you liked it, so we're hunting you to kill you because you had fun. I don't understand. I don't understand the correlation between having fun and crimes, or even strip clubs, because that person there can go to a strip club. Nobody fucking cares. Okay. So listen to the verbiage, listen to the dialogue, listen to the behaviors. Most importantly, listen to the clothing. Look at the clothing color, or their clothing color tactics. As they want to talk to me or not talk to me. She probably didn't want to talk to me, but she was probably mad that she couldn't get the reaction with these other people. Correct? Okay. So I think I'm going to go up here in the hills for about 30 minutes or an hour, and come back to the supermarket here. I doubt it's going to go back to normal. It would be nice. As we drive by the supermarket, let's get video here. Once again, there's another Mercedes backwards by the door there, white. And there's this guy waiting for me, and there's another white, I think that's a Mercedes, I can't see, pulling up by that white Tesla. The verbiage, this is very important to analyze the people's verbiage. She's interjecting things to try to create guilt, or their spy game, their Brian Longbottom spy game tactic, their paranoia tactics. Her name's Maya. Is her name really Maya? Well, you know, Maya software is what the majority of 3D animators in Hollywood, at least mostly used in the past. It's still probably a fairly good baseline, even though everything's interchangeable now. In Hollywood. Okay, so Maya, alias Wavefront, and Maya. She loves horror movies. One of the big tactics and angles, well, Jason Perlman showed you 100 million and friends who are trying to make you conform to media. Showed you 100 million horror movies. Kevin's crazy for watching horror movies, and so many of them. Well, you showed them to me. Okay, just like you had Rhodey Morales take you to strip clubs, and Eric Christensen and 2 or 3 others, one in each state. Well, but you liked it. Of course I liked it. Who doesn't like fucking pretty, gorgeous girls swinging around poles and giving you lap dances? Okay, who doesn't like it? How dare you do something positive or fun? Okay, Ron Perlman. Well, you had fun. You need to die. Okay, the robot king, right? You have to be a complete robot and a monk, or I'll kill you. And you're not allowed to date women, or I'll kill you. Well, maybe Kevin, maybe she just wants to relate to you. Well, that's strange. She did text me the number that she said she texted, and she's following me in schizophrenia clothing tactics with groups of people following me. Okay, why? Why exert the energy? Well, people don't care. Well, they do care, because they're following me in anger and rage. Okay? Your kind associated with a girl, we have to kill you. Your kind kissed a black girl, we have to kill you, when you are 8 years old. Okay, they care. But they don't care when it comes to my breathing and my safety and the truth. They just care that my kind needs to die, correct? So they do care, but they care about the wrong things. Okay? Now, if they didn't care, they wouldn't have followed me there trying to provoke me into a situation to lock me away. Well, you watch horror movies. Okay, so I watched horror movies. I watched horror movies when I was a kid because Jason Perlman showed me, and friends showed me, loads of horror movies, which I liked. But where's the crime? She's allowed to watch horror movies, nobody cares. This guy over here in this red car is allowed to watch horror movies, nobody cares. They're not being hunted by plans of people. Well, you committed the horror movie crime, watching a horror movie. There's no crime there. There's just your kind. Your kind is not allowed to watch horror movies. Your kind is not allowed to buy food at Ralph's. Your kind is not allowed to kiss black girls. Your kind is not allowed to create art. Your kind is not allowed to go to coffee shops. Your kind, racial, bigoted racism. The rest is a curveball. Well, you watch horror movies. We have the right to kill them. Well, it doesn't say in the Constitution or law books you have the right to kill people who watch horror movies. As a matter of fact, That's why producers make them. Correct? Okay, there are 100 million horror movie production companies producing, selling, and putting movies in the theater. Just like strip clubs, just like coffee shops, just like artists, just like photographers, all exist and nobody's having this problem. Now, her disinformation, just like my father, well, we live in a crazy world. Oh, bullshit. Okay, bullshit. Okay, we live in a crazy world. Get on camera and tell me what the cops are saying directly. Why people are hunting me to kill me, and I guarantee it's not because I watched horror movies. That is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. And that's like me running around with a fucking pickaxe running around saying, you watch horror movies, I'm gonna kill you. You watch horror movies, I'm gonna kill you. But yet the only thing I'm doing is trying to go out and live my life or buy a car, and LAPD with worldwide groups are hunting me to kill me. You suffer from mental illness, you this, you that, you're crazy, you have label after label after label after label. You have hair on your arms, you don't have eyebrows. Let's get back to the real topics. You don't have eyebrows. We have the right to kill you. You're not perfect. With their obsession, and it is personal, because if that guy over there didn't have eyebrows or watched horror movies, the cops aren't hunting him to kill him. And what that girl is basically saying is, I want to be your friend, but let's ignore the worldwide murder operations. Right? I want to be your friend, your two-faced friend. Correct? I want to be your two-faced friend who's working with the police, who's trying to make you look like a violent, paranoid schizo and lock you away and say you're crazy because you watched horror movies when you were a kid. Correct? Which nobody gives a flying fuck about anyone else but Kevin Perlman. So what is it she's really saying? What? Read between the lines. I'm following you with mental illness tactics to try to make you look like a violent, paranoid schizo. I'm regurgitating things I've been told about Kevin Perlman. I'm trying to befriend you, but tell you you're imagining it. Because this is the way the world works. There's worldwide groups trying to kill people who watched horror movies as a kid. That's not true. It's unheard of 100 years ago, and it's unheard of in 2023. Correct? It is completely fictitious statements from her. She supposedly texted me, but she didn't. Gee, you think? She's nitpicking things that nobody could give a flying fuck about and using them, like LAPD, as justification to hunt, eradicate, and exterminate. What is it they're trying to cover up? She refusal to admit that she knows of this worldwide minute-by-minute situation where this camera never shuts off. And what you just saw there, I noticed at the age 29, with Mike Huntley's death threats, world of paranoia, you're a dead man, while showing me movies just like Jason Perlman trying to make me look crazy. Kevin conforms to media tactic. And we're already on camera, you've seen about 15 different tactics. We have the card tactics, we have the verbal harassments, we have the spy game tactics, we have the obsessional looping tactics, we have the clothing color tactics. That's more like 6. LAPD says it's not going on. We have a possible scenario there where LAPD is mad at me for buying food and trying to stage a paranoia situation. And we have the, you don't have any personal expression. Okay, this is important. In order to be a human being and live your life, you're going to have sarcasm, you're going to make jokes, you're going to have expression, you're going to be flirty or friendly, you're going to have anger, you're going to... Kevin Perlman's not allowed to have these things, or he's committing crimes. You're going to watch comedy movies, you're going to watch horror movies, you're going to watch You're going to go to strip clubs. You're going to have sex with women, multiple partners. You're going to date different girls until you find one you connect with. Correct? Kevin Perlman is not allowed to have these imperfections because Kevin Perlman has been targeted for extermination. And anything Kevin Perlman does, these mass groups will show up. Your kind needs to die. And they'll hint, like she is, well, you know, we're hunting you to kill you because you watched horror movies 40 years ago that Jason Perlman showed you. We're hunting you to kill you because you went to strip clubs because people were told to take you to strip clubs and you liked it. And you went back to some of them. Okay? We're hunting you to kill you. We're hunting you to kill you because you built adult websites. We're hunting you to kill you because you created art. We're hunting to kill you because when you were a kid, your mother asked you to draw a tree to analyze, and you did, and it wasn't how she wanted it. Okay? We're hunting you to kill you because Eric Christian didn't like your jokey t-shirt you bought in Ashland, Oregon at the t-shirt shop with the San Diego Police Department. Wait. But like she said, nobody cares. Unless your name's Kevin Perlman. But she doesn't know my name. She followed me there. She's working on me with mental illness tactics, I'm assuming until they get what they want. My eradication or extermination. She has a two-faced topic and this and that. And we're going to get together, right? And we're going to talk about the murder operations, right? Or has she already made a choice that Kevin Perlman, for whatever reason, and not her stupid petty things she's trying to collect with everyone else, but the bigger reason that whatever reason they're mad at a 5-year-old with my father, she has followed, she has pursued with mass groups wearing the horizontal clothing color tactics to try to make me look crazy, try to get reactions. She's sort of following in the parking lot, trying to come up behind me, correct? In hopes she can get me yelling and screaming. Trying to do what? Exactly what my father started when I was 5. Make someone look like a violent paranoid schizo and try to get reactions. Without an admission, we're going to be buddy-buddy. No admission to the situation. Okay, how's that going to play out? It's going to play out like it has daily for 46 years. Hey, come out to meet me here. Kevin tried to kill me. Kevin did this. Kevin did that. Kevin's stalking me. Kevin. Okay, so when I pose to her, like everyone else, let's have a realistic, honest conversation. How do you know me? How do you know of me and what's going on? What did the police tell you? I don't know you. Oh, boom, it ends right there, doesn't it? Okay, let's call the bluff. It ends right there. Okay, she's followed, she's stalked, she's working on the mental illness tactics. We have 15 to 20 other people showing up, and we have the parking lot starting normal, and then it going crazy in 15 minutes for going to buy food at a different location than I normally go to. And I can guarantee right now I have thousands and thousands of videos all across the United States of the identical incident, whether it be at coffee shops, pool halls, restaurants, gas stations, simply pulling to the side of a road or in a parking lot, trying to relax, no relaxing for you, nigger. Going to parks, trying to sit at park benches, trying to take walks for exercise around parks or around my house. Going to lawyers' offices, going to you name it. It does not matter. This has been going on for 46 years. I find out 22 years ago, sitting in my office, noticing the anger and rage and the verbal, thready top conversations, and strippers like Bentley, you'll get yours. Well, you went to strip clubs. I don't think that's relevant. I think if I go to a fucking strip club, or Rody Morales takes me to a strip club, and some stripper says, I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out with a planet of people, then the only thing the cops should be concerned about is not the fucking t-shirt that someone didn't like in 91. I'm gonna hunt you and kill you with San Diego PD because I don't like your t-shirt, your jokey t-shirt. Okay? There is only one crime, and that's I'm gonna hunt Kevin and kill him with mass groups. It does not matter what t-shirt I wear. It does not matter if I celebrate Halloween early. It does not matter if I celebrate Halloween late. It does not matter if I want to joke around all year round with the Halloween stickers on the back of my car and the little fake body. It does not matter. They have no right to hunt with their personal vendetta to kill a 5-year-old looking for daily changing excuses, correct? And that's what's going on. But nobody cares unless your name's Kevin Perlman. There's a worldwide campaign to execute him with switching and changing daily. Well, Kevin, I don't like your personality, and I don't like your Halloween thingies. Okay, so you have the right to show up with 1,000 cars per day in parking lots with mental illness tactics trying to kill me. We're avoiding the mental illness tactics and the conspiring activities, correct? Okay, so I'm gonna head back. I don't wanna, it's 11:26. I was simply trying to get out, get some fresh air, focus on some health, and get some food and go home and get some work done. Now we have a whole new video to edit, like every hour of every day, correct? Okay, so think about that. Hey, what if I want to get a job? Well, your hair's too long, so your hair is too long, so I think you're a serial killer, so we're gonna follow you with 1,000 people per hour trying to make you mentally ill and kill you. Okay, well, how do I get to that job? How do I work in that job? How do I make it to that job? Oh, well, you're imagining it. You can't support yourself. You need to be put in a mental institution, right? Well, let's think about that. Okay, so what was that? That girl's behavior is identical to every single human being since 5 years old. Now, what was I doing at 5 years old that offended them? Was it I didn't suck on my sippy cup right, so 1,000 people per day show up with mental illness tactics? Okay, is I committed the sippy cup crime? Did I not breastfeed correctly? Did I not? Okay, so the tactics change and rotate, correct? To stop you from ever leaving your cage, your house, since 5 years old. Okay? Whether it's Halloween things early, will change to you yawned on a date, will change to I don't like your t-shirt, will change to you smoked a joint with your friend in college, I think you're a drug dealer, we're going to try to plant trash bags full of marijuana in your house with LAPD and Rody Morales 10 years prior in University of Colorado, which nobody fucking cares because everyone's doing acid and shrooms and peyote and fucking uppers and downers and quaaludes and coke and heroin. Nobody fucking cares. But you smoke a joint with your friend and Christina Stilinski finds out in Arizona she's hunting you to kill you with an entire planet of people and your family because we're trying to plant trash bags full of marijuana in your house because you smoked a joint in college. Some sound a little strange to that. Are you safe to even make friends? No. Okay, because your friends are going to be like that girl. I want to be your friend to try to get dirt to fucking execute you and make up lame justifications based on things that don't matter to hunt you and kill you with every person on the planet. But no one cares. That's why they're following me from place to place for things that don't matter. See, this is the part that doesn't make sense. Well, these people have a planetary murder operation because some random anonymous guy went to a strip club? Well, normally people don't care, but she does care. And that makes her a psychotic murderer, correct? And that makes the people in the parking lot there psychotic murderers because they care about things that don't matter, but they don't care about things that do matter, okay? There is nothing. They're not acting on normal behaviors. They're backwards. Okay? It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. Some guy kisses a black girl. Well, you can't do things like that because, you know, worldwide groups are gonna kill you. Well, are you going to stop the worldwide groups? Say something about the worldwide groups from trying to kill you for kissing a black girl? Don't you think that the topic is why are you trying to kill a Jew for kissing a black girl at 8 years old? And that's the important topic, not the black community hunting me to kill me because I kissed a black girl at 8 years old is the topic. Correct? Isn't that the topic? Not. You know what you did. You kissed a black girl. Hint, hint. Hint, hint with idea of reference messages. Okay, so we're coming back here on Winnetka. And you're going to notice that it doesn't matter where I go in life. The same event will occur whether my hair's an inch too long or I'm celebrating Halloween early, being a little expressive. It does not matter. So this guy's still here in that car. And backwards black, sort of watching the lot. We have the second guy in the black car there. So 2 blacks backwards. There's 300E there. You can hear the door close. We have cars. You notice how a higher percentage of the cars here are at the door. This is a grayish Mercedes convertible, or that's the same white one. I'm not sure. But you notice how the cars are sort of trying to face the door here. And we have a grayish pickup now at the door. Now I have thousands of videos at all different supermarkets and coffee shops. And I don't know why this guy's blocking the road. And this guy is sort of, I'm gonna squeeze through here. Okay, we have gray pickup here and a second white. Now what I want to iterate is before I go home, because this is now gonna go forever. The progression here is went from normal to extremely aggressive after I simply pulled to the side saying I need to get some cat food and some other food to put in my refrigerator to eat, and they're mad about that. But they're going to make up excuses or justifications about things that don't matter. Well, because you're expressive and I don't like your Halloween thingies 2 or 3 weeks before Halloween, we're gonna hunt you and kill you. But what was it yesterday or the day before or last month? Well, you know, I think that you're obsessed with a porn star, or then it might switch to, well, you went to strip clubs years ago after Roddy Morales took, you smoked a joint in college, you did this, you did that, you bought more than 1 can of jelly. It's just gonna switch and change based on things that nobody cares about normally. But they do care that Kevin Perlman is breathing and out in the open, and that upsets them. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, she's right. Normally nobody cares. But they're hunting me to kill me. And the more I know, and the more I find out, and the more I say something about it, kill or exterminate, the more I say something about it, the angrier they get. Okay? Now, once again, that girl's posing as someone that wants to befriend me and be in my life based on lies that my life isn't in danger from a planet of sickos trying to make me look like a violent paranoid schizo to set me up and eradicate, correct? Okay? With LAPD and the police and everyone else. Okay, so we have pairs of 2s backwards here, sort of lining up as well on the pairs of 2s backwards tactic. And you're gonna sort of see that and we technically have 2 gray pickups as well. And you're seeing it go from how it should be to mass groups backwards to groups of Mercedes to verbal interactions trying to figure out to passive aggressively provoke me and get reactions. Example, I don't know who you are. Well, that's kind of insulting, right? Like, you know who I am, because right here alone I have how many cars following me here in anger and rage that I bought food. So you got to know, and this is worldwide, so you got to know who I am. But you lied to me. But you're gonna call me. Why would I want a personal relationship with a psychotic murdering liar that has been stalking me since 5 years old with people they know? Correct? With LAPD trying to cover it up, saying Kevin's a violent paranoid schizo and he thinks differently and nothing's been done to his life with my father, who they keep trying to lock me away, throw me in jail, making flat out direct death threats that they're going to force me into a mental institution, or Jason Perlman, me and my friends are going to put you in a mental institution because we showed you horror movies. Hey Kevin, we showed you 100 horror movies and you liked it, so we're going to force you into a mental institution. And because you're celebrating Halloween a couple of weeks early, or a month early, we have the right to hunt you and kill you because you're crazy. Okay, it just jumps. And the common denominator is, we have a problem with your kind since 5 years old and we're going to execute you or eradicate you. And after that, there's nothing you can say or do. Okay, it's a forest fire of random strangers. I'm going to hunt you and kill you for no reason, or eradicate you. That LAPD keeps lying and trying to cover up. That's why I went down, why I keep doing video of Schoenborn Street, showing that these events are on Schoenborn Street. So how can you go in your office and say this isn't occurring when you know it is? And so the pairs of twos sort of here. And we were once again just sort of leaving the house, trying to get some food and go home and focus on some work-related things or things I'm being forced into that I really shouldn't be focusing on. I should be focusing on my life, not damage control to these government extermination operations. Once again, I can be as passive and perfect as possible. It's not going to matter. They're going to just keep coming up with newer and newer. We have the right to hunt you and kill you because you bought more than one can of pickles tonight or something, even though I didn't. They're just going to come make up the next excuse. And then you're going to try to have an honest dialogue, correct? Hey, what's going on? Hey, you want to get on camera, talk about what the government's telling you? Okay, her verbiage wasn't... Her verbiage wasn't... let me think. Oh, you're Kevin Perlman and this is what we are told. I mean, are these things even true? No, her verbiage was based on a lie. I don't know you. Now that will apply to every girl I've ever tried to date, connect with, all the way from 5 years old. Calabasas High, Calabasas High, middle school, college, University of Colorado, Ashland, Oregon. Hey, you want to go on a date? I don't know you, but you need to die. You sneezed on the date. You tried to kill me. Nobody sneezes on dates. We have the right to kill you with worldwide groups. And the Police San Diego PD and Ashland Police Department and Medford Police Department because you sneezed on a date and you're crazy and you have OCD and you're schizophrenic and you're paranoid and you're this and you're that. I don't fucking know you. Okay, that redhead there, I don't fucking know her, but she's involved in a mass stalking operation, correct? Did she admit that she was told to do these things by the police and government? No, I think that's an integral part of fucking honesty here, is that if someone's going around, I'm gonna leave my house and live my life and try to socialize and meet people and get jobs and make money and relax. Remember the no relaxing for you, nigger. Death threat for kissing a black girl. I think that they are obligated, like I told her, to come forwards. Okay? Just as if someone's walking down the street and 1,000 lead pipes are smacking them in the fucking skull, you're obligated to fucking say something about it, correct? Okay, what's most important here is that we have video footage of the events that everyone's gonna look the other way, correct? Oh, you're crazy, so I'm not gonna look at the video. By design. You're provoking. I'm provoking people by buying cat food and some chicken to cook and some jelly and some cold cuts. Did you, on video? I wasn't recording when I was in there. However, in the cashier's line, I pushed the record button after 2 people whistled at me, and the black girl was getting mad that I talked to her in a friendly way. She had like 500 different drinks. I said, "You look thirsty," and then she, of course, jokingly lied, "Those aren't mine." And then she said, "We'll talk, but you know, it's not going to come of anything," because she was working these Starbucks no worries tactics and some other provoking tactics and anger and rage. A Jewish person talked to a black girl because when I was 8 years old, I kissed a black girl, and that's why the black community is hunting me to kill me. With my father. And Brandon from my father's office and Alita from my father's office took a huge part in hunting me to exterminate me. Because when at 8 years old, I kissed a black girl. So what was Brandon and Alita paid off to do in my father's office at Golden State Sports Medical? As well as Elsie Sandoval and Lorena Escobar and Tony and George and several other ones. Patty Guggen. Because my father's mad at me, his son, his 5-year-old, his 8 years old, for kissing a black girl, telling his office employees to stalk and hunt me for my crimes of kissing a black girl because he's a racist and a bigot. Okay, but what are these? Why are these people all helping? Well, they don't know why they're doing it. That girl that calls herself Maya doesn't know why she's stalking me with these groups. Well, Kevin, she seemed pretty friendly. She wasn't mean. Well, no, but passive-aggressively, she's taking part and trying to cover it up, correct? So you're seeing what's going on. Now, Kevin, you're too sensitive. Well, obviously not. Okay? And this is happening because out of 51 years, these events are getting worse and worse. Until I make it to 29. Now you're going to say, why is it getting worse and worse? Okay, because if you want a reaction and you can't get it, you have to work on someone more and more, correct? With that obsession and hate and rage. Now, why won't anyone in the judicial system flat out admit to this? Okay? And obviously they want me to video it and go, he's imagining it. Okay, I don't know what that guy's doing. He walked back to his car and then... Okay, so the girl was playing this game like, you're crazy and I want to talk to you. As Maya, whatever her real name is. However, she already believed that before she hopped in her car. Hey, that's the point. She already believed that before she hopped in her car and followed me here. You understand? That's the creation of the situation. Kevin's minding his own business. Tom Farley, I want to befriend Kevin. He's crazy. Paul Humphrey, I want to befriend Kevin. He's crazy. I'm going to eradicate him. Paul Humphrey with Mike Huntley when I was 14. I'm going to befriend Kevin. He's crazy. I'm going to eradicate him. Tom Farley, age 6 or 7, 8. I'm told Kevin's crazy. I'm going to eradicate him. Val Moroza of the University of Colorado, 1995. Kevin's crazy. I'm going to befriend him and eradicate him. Kelly Hatch from Calabasas High. Kevin's crazy. I'm going to follow him up to Calabasas High. From Calabasas High to Southern State College. Kevin's crazy. We're going to eradicate him. Eric Christensen, 1991. Southern State College. Kevin's crazy. I'm going to befriend him and eradicate him. Sherry Christensen, 1991. Southern Oregon State College. I'm going to befriend Kevin Perlman and eradicate him. Rhodey Morales with Mike Huntley. I'm going to befriend Kevin and eradicate him. Wait, we got to cover it up. We got to say Kevin's hunting and stalking people. Brian Longbottom. I want to start doing 3D animation. I'm getting out of college. By the way, didn't I have a 3D animation topic about Brian Longbottom and 3D animation last month? Here comes Maya. Brian Longbottom, visual effects supervisor, modern video film. Kevin's crazy. I'm gonna eradicate him. Brian Longbottom hiring me, Jaws, Universal Studios pilots. Kevin's crazy. I'm gonna eradicate him. Mike Huntley comes back in the scene after I come back from college or right before. I want to start a company with you if you come back. I want to get in your life to eradicate you. Porn stars waiting for me. Roddy Morales, I'm going to take you to strip clubs. Porn stars waiting for me at strip clubs. Kevin's stalking me. I'm going to eradicate him. Okay. I'm going to eradicate Kevin. 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 It has been going nonstop since 5 years old. LAPD is going to say whatever they need to say with everyone else to cover it up. And I have not met one honest, direct, straight, decent person. This is what we were told. Or better yet, why do these people feel they have the right to hunt me for extermination since I was 5 years old? Correct? In other words, this couple here that he called me sir afterwards, but he's still here by the 2 blue cars. But by the way, we have a new blue car by him parking by the other blue car. Remember, as I got out of my car, I stated that the blue cars here are migrating towards each other. Didn't I state that? And we have a new blue car, this new blue Mustang, parked by this blue Bronco. Okay, so how did I know that was going to happen? Because it happens every day at every place I go worldwide, which Lead Officer Dincy is not concerned about. He's only concerned, like everyone else, that there might be a reaction. And we're going to provoke you to death, like I had that conversation with Maya there. If I provoke you to death, I can get a reaction and pretend that nothing else is happening, correct? Because 40 years ago, you watched horror movies that your brother showed you. And you suffer from an obsession, Kevin, because I hate 5-year-olds that watch horror movies that Jason Perlman shows them. Well, that doesn't make sense, because if Dincy has a problem that 40 years ago I watched horror movies and Dincy's hunting me to kill me with worldwide groups or trying to make me look crazy to eradicate me, isn't that the problem? Not me. I'm just doing the same thing everyone else is doing in life. Now, once again, I want to reiterate Maya's dialogue. It's the world. It's not personal. It's the world. I'm not here personally. I don't know you. Maya did follow me personally. These are personal attacks directed at someone in pure anger and rage for a 5-year-old, with labeling and hunting to exterminate for no reason. You don't have eyebrows. We have the right to hunt you and kill you. And you're going to say, what business is it of yours whether I have fucking eyebrows or not? You don't have the right to kill people. Well, you're drawing us in because you don't have eyebrows, so I have the right to kill you. Okay, well, that's like me saying you bought a McLaren, I have the right to kill you. Right? You're drawing me in. I have the right to kill you because with everyone on the planet because you bought a McLaren. Okay, well, I would think that you'd call that hate crimes, which is what Maya there is involved in, and everyone involved all the way down to 5 years old. Now, they're going to try to cover it up and say, you did this to this person, and you did that to that person, and it's going to switch and rotate from Halloween things to you smoked a joint in college to this, to that, to the other thing. Correct? And aren't you going to say that is absurd? That if you have accused me of 500,000 events based on you farted, you blinked, you yawned, you watched horror movies, you smoked a joint, you smoked joints, you bought marijuana, especially after it's been legalized, You keep going back to supermarkets buying food. You keep going back to restaurants eating food. We have the right to kill you for what you're doing to us. You have the right to kill me for what I'm doing to you. And several police officers stating that my t-shirt in 1991 is making Eric Christensen hunt me with a continent of people. My t-shirt's making people kill me. Hunting me to kill me. The t-shirt's doing it. They're not doing it on their own. They're not doing it on their own volition. The t-shirt's making Eric Christensen work with San Diego PD to hunt me and kill me. The t-shirt's doing it. He's not doing it. Eric Christensen is not making conscious decisions and choices, and LAPD officers are not making conscious decisions and choices. Correct? The t-shirt's doing it. The t-shirt is making people hunt me and kill me. They're not making their own decisions. Maya there is not making her own decision when she hops in her car saying Kevin Perlman is going to a supermarket on Ventura and Winnetka to buy some food to eat, to stay breathing, while security companies are told to hunt me and kill me over it, trying to buy food. How dare I buy food? Every single one of these people are consciously making choices. I hate Kevin Perlman since he was 5 years old, or Kevin Perlman knows too much. Correct? Correct? The t-shirt 40 years ago is making LAPD and San Diego PD hunt me to kill me with Eric Christensen for 40 years. And an entire planet of people, which I can go all the way down to 5 years old, with similar situations daily pretty much. And it's not about anything but a t-shirt, or it's about hate to kill a 5-year-old. And the t-shirt is the excuse to get away with the crime. Okay, the t-shirt is the excuse. Okay, now we keep jumping from thing to thing. You painted your clip screen, you committed a crime, you went 56 and a 55, we're all campaigns to kill you, you have a sense of humor, we're hunting you to kill you, you flirted with a girl, that's a crime, we're hunting you to kill you, because there could be a miscommunication there. Just tonight is a perfect example. It wasn't really on video with the black girl. I simply just joked around. I said, you look thirsty, because there's like 15 different 6-packs of drinks, just joking around. And she would construe that as an act of war, because my name is Kevin Perlman, and they've been hunting me to kill me since I was 8 years old for kissing a black girl. Okay, there's nothing else to anything. You take too many walks. I have the right to take as many fucking walks as I want. However, you're telling me I'm not allowed to take more than 1 walk per year. It's switching and it's changing and it's escalating. And there is no reason why LAPD, just like that girl, shouldn't come forward and say, yes, we know what is going on, unless they're aiding and abetting a murder operation. Okay? I just want to know what you're doing in the parking lot. She already knows. It's been going on for fucking 22 years since finding out they're hunting me to fucking exterminate me. With the identical, non-stop tactics, place after place, parking lot after parking lot, person after person. As I stated to her in 2011, I parked backwards once at Havenhurst Starbucks. That's the result. Before that, it was the verbal provokings, which are still going on, and the clothing color provokings, which are still going on. As you can see, that Maya herself there was wearing the horizontal striped shirts, which I have 15 photographed and uploaded on the internet. Correct? And no way of self-defense because there's a planet mobbing and bullying me and hunting me for extermination since 5 years old. You can take what got on video just now and bring that down to 5 years old. It has been non-stop. Let's note this white Cherokee backwards with lights on. Now, I'm guessing we're gonna see tons of groups backwards with lights on at all the parking lots here. This fluctuates and it gets really bad when I go to the beach and relax. Remember that these are no relaxing for you, nigger, is the death threat that started by the black community. A second car here, red, waiting with lights on backwards, facing towards the road. These are older tactics that start, they're ramping up older 10-year-old tactics. As I come home from like Encino, they would line up at parking lots all the way down Ventura Boulevard with lights on, okay? They're gonna try to cover it up. Well, you did this, you said this, blah, blah, blah. Okay? You're imagining it, you're too sensitive. You saw right at the beginning of this video footage, I simply walked in to try, okay, car backwards, here, lights on, okay? I'm gonna now head out to Topanga Division LAPD. Get video footage of the mental illness tactics in front of LAPD. So if LAPD goes, well, you know, Kevin's hypersensitive and suffers from schizophrenia. Okay, well, it's in front of your office. You have no, it's in front of your business. You have no excuse. Okay, why can't you admit that this is and has been going on for 46 years? Okay, they're getting angrier and angrier the more I simply try to leave my house, get food. This is actually, when I say they're getting angrier and angrier, it fluctuates because their death threats are you never leave your house since 5 years old. It doesn't really make much sense. Okay, I'm fixing my exposure here. It's way off. Okay. As you can see, the excuse changes on an hourly basis or daily basis to justify their 46-year, minute-by-minute attacks, which are now 100,000 to 1 million per day after 1994, when my brother wanted me to see the internet so bad in 1994. We want you to have a healthy, normal life, so anything you do that's human, we're going to hunt you, mentally batter you to death with worldwide groups and try to make you look like a crazy, violent, paranoid schizo that suffers from obsession. However, the only people that suffer from obsession are the people hunting me for extermination since 5 years old, correct? Based on their philosophy and belief system that if you don't have eyebrows, you don't have a right to coexist in humanity or something like that. Okay, so you're seeing how bad it is to just try to get food. And we're now gonna see as we come home towards the park, the lights on tactic, waiting on the side of the roads, and probably by my house, and increased groups of whites and groupings, which I've been getting photographs of tonight leaving the house, trying to buy some food. And all the other things, that there's too many things. Example, the guy stealing my money at the donut shop, throwing donuts I didn't ask for in and then charging for him, okay? Who, I wasn't sure if he was charging or not. So I did a test tonight and I didn't order anything extra to see how much he would charge, and he charged like $2 extra and threw in 2 donuts, I think, or something like that. I haven't really fully looked because I'm too busy with a plan of people doing the same thing minute by minute. No matter if I go into a donut shop, matter if I go to a Ralph's, matter if I go to a coffee shop, if I go to a park and sit on a bench, it will reoccur minute by minute, 100,000 to 1 million per day. Did LAPD with my family, with worldwide groups and the judicial system state are not happening, correct? And there's no reasoning behind it other than I'm gonna kill my 5-year-old. Okay, so as we come back, we're coming to the park by the police station. I have tons of groupings of white cars backwards there. Here's 2 whites here, and you can see the spacing around it. And I'm gonna go to the police station here, or drive down Schoenborn Street, which there were tactics in about 1997 with Paul Humphrey, who joined the police station. Topanga Division wasn't here. Paul Humphrey was working with police stations and security guards to hunt me and kill me since 14 with Mike Huntley. For whatever reason, I don't know. Trying to make me look crazy. And he was a security guard, and he was joined the police academy. Okay. So let's go down Schoenborn Street here and get some of the mental illness tactics. And the reason I do this, let's note the Kelly Hatch white Jeep Cherokee here. And then there used to be groups of white explorers here. I'm going to note the red groupings here, trying to get together. And the more obvious newer tactic with the white Tesla guy and City Guard is the pairs of twos. The groupings of white cars, pairs of twos, threes, and more. Pairs of twos, whites here. And that instantly in 1 week's time went worldwide, or United States wide. To understand how fast now do this to Kevin Perlman and kill him. To hunt him, kill him since 5 years old. 3 whites there. Okay. LAPD says this isn't going on. We're at LAPD police station. They drive by it every 10 minutes. 2 whites here. They ignore anything that's done against me and try to collect anything to use against me since 5 years old. And try to set me up and frame me minute by minute with worldwide groups, as is on video daily and just now. Okay, red car here. Why is LAPD hunting 5-year-old children to kill them with my father or force them into mental institutions? I'll note this red Mercedes here because he was parked with a second Mercedes a couple weeks ago. This area is down. The numbers are actually down, but you can still see it. 3 white cars here. Okay, so 3 white cars here. Okay. And 2 white vans here, different companies. 2 red cars here. LAPD does not see it while they mimic the psychological warfare tactics when I try to get help. And so just like that girl, letting you know that they're involved in a worldwide murder operation to try to lock you away, hunt and eradicate a 5-year-old for no reason. There can't be a reason, but they don't think it's wrong. Refusal, just like that girl Maya, stalking me with these non-stop people since I was 5. Kevin doesn't have a right to breathe, live or breathe. Correct? Okay, so once again, we'll go back. 2 red cars. He's really dark. There you go. 2 white vans. Topanga Division here, which looks like a Da Vinci Code building, which reminds me of Da Vinci Code building, which I find interesting. 3 white cars here. Okay, it's not happening. I think differently is their bullshit cover-up with my father, who's paying off police officers to have me killed or eradicated, all the above. Anything, any way of exterminating a 5-year-old with every resource on the planet. Okay, we have our spread reds. Okay, well, he's pretty isolated, but red over here. But you can tell they all disappear at the same time. Red over here. Okay, it gets more obvious. Red over there. It gets more obvious when you see the pairs of 2s together. Okay. 2 kind of, sort of, if whites together here. Spread red. Remember, there are coincidences and there are intentional coincidences. 3 white cars here. And 2 white cars here. Okay. And we'll upload this video. 2 red cars trying to get together here. And I could do the whole local area. I could do the whole United States, but I could do the the whole local area, and the cover-up excuse. Well, Kevin, I mean, everyone parks their cars backwards, or everyone parks their cars in groupings of whites, because you see, the world we live in is a crazy place. No, the world we live in is not a crazy place, except there's a planetary murder operation to kill a 5-year-old. They're trying to cover something up so horrifically unspeakable. Okay, now that girl, Maya, is babbling very similar mimics to my father, okay? Very similar. And I deal with the same dialogues from stranger after stranger, stalking me every day of my life. Okay, they want to talk to me. Now, why are they lying to my face? Well, you know that answer. Because they want to get reactions to try to make me look like a violent paranoid schizo, correct? With the Dincy kill groups, his neighborhood watch groups. His kill groups, he calls neighborhood watch groups. Well, the definition of neighborhood watch groups aren't kill operations, okay, or extermination operations. That's not the definition. Okay, that doesn't fit in the definition book. There we go. There, my exposure better. Okay, so Dincy's definition of neighborhood watch is stalk and kill. Okay, they're extermination operations. They have nothing to do with law and order. Okay, so who would support something like that? Nobody. But there's a plan of people hunting me to exterminate me. What are they trying to hide? What are they trying to cover up? Okay, what does the government and the people involved not want to come to light? Okay? Now remember, they don't want to get on video with direct statements. They want to try to figure out how to poke and prod and belittle and get reactions. The same thing that's been going on minute by minute since I was 5. 2 whites there. Okay, we're on the other side of Schoenborn. This is Roscoe, I think. And then I'm going to end this video. But let's get some 2 whites here. 3 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. 2 whites here. This all starts with some Asian guy in a white Tesla threatening my life that my kind's not allowed to take walks and leave my house on Owensmouth with City Guard. Okay, linking to City Guard events. Okay, 2 whites here. Actually, those might not have been 2 whites. I'm on autopilot now. And okay, now why does it not happen? Why do they do it worldwide, as I've just explained, and not my local block? Well, because I can veer out of the block and the pattern will change. Just like the pattern changed arriving at the supermarket and then the attacks going ballistic, correct? And it's my fault and I'm making them do it and blah, 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 blah. This has been going on since I was 5 years old with these rotating, changing mental illness tactics to exterminate me. As you can see, almost every human interaction worldwide is the same tactic in a different packaged method since 5 years old. And when my brother was told when I was 5 years old or 8 years old to flick me in the ear 100,000 times or punch me in the back of the head and never ever stop, what was Jason told, Jason Perlman, what was he told that he was to do to me by my father to try to get reactions to make me look like a violent paranoid schizo? Okay? With the sick fuck that's following me from place to place for 40 years with mass strangers saying Kevin suffers from OCD and he needs to be eradicated. Well, last I checked, am I following Jason Perlman from place to place saying you need to be eradicated? 2 whites here. with every person on the planet? No, I'm not. I'm simply going out, trying to buy a car, and being hunted by every person on the planet. And this has gone on nonstop, no matter what I've tried to do since 5 years old. Before I shut this off, the horizontal shirt tactics linked from my house to Bob's Big Boy Burbank last night. The groups of Mercedes and other cars showing up with mental illness tactics at the supermarket, going from normal to not normal. People wanting to talk to me to lie to my face and sort of try to instigate situations, just like the cars backwards. Maya was friendly. She was very friendly and professional. However, she's full of shit. Okay, 2 white pickups together right here. The refusal of any form of honesty, the refusal, the lies, the disinformation, the world, this is the world's crazy now. Yeah, bullshit. Only towards one person, correct. And Mike Huntley's original statements 22 years ago, world of paranoia, have a good life now, you're an out of control monster, there are papers on my desk how to make people mentally ill and kill them, as you see on video every day if you watch the 100,000 videos. LAPD's refusal to admit it's going on, saying Kevin suffers from mental illness. Kevin does not suffer from mental illness. Kevin Perlman is the only stable person, apparently, and the people in LAPD that say that this isn't going on are child raping criminals and murderers. Any attorney, defense attorney, private investigator that says this isn't going on or trying to steal my money or lie to me on any level is a child raping murderer or a supporter thereof. And we have to go back to the beginning here and figure out what is so horrifically disturbing that Ronald Barry Perlman's child rapist secrets can't come out, correct? With Jason Perlman, okay? What are they trying to hide? What are they trying to cover up? What was Ronald Barry Perlman told to do to Kevin Perlman without physically touching me? Or maybe I'm not aware of some things he did, right? But without physically touching me, what was Ronald Barry Perlman doing? What to violate someone's privacy and thought process and do horrifically unspeakable things to a child, okay? And that are still going on today, correct? Okay, so now as much as I'm trying to ignore it, you can see it's not ignorable, correct? Because they're so angry about what I know that they're never gonna stop. Okay. This has been going on the internet, off the internet, person after person since 5 years old. Kill Kevin at all costs. College, middle school, elementary school. Okay, so I'm gonna shut this off now, and actually I'm gonna continue the video around the park, the Warner Center Park, on my way home. Just to, I guess, finish this off, and you're gonna say, Kevin, this fucking thing never ends. And I'm gonna say correct. But is that my fault? That they won't leave me the fuck alone? Okay, they have refused at all costs to leave me alone since 5 years old. And if I go out and try to be social and talk to people, it's instantly, you in my life, you're a stalker, I'm gonna hunt you and kill you. If I were to go to a bar right now, buy a beer, walk up to a girl at the counter, buy her a beer, within 1 minute's time, she would say, I'm a stalker, stalking her, obsessed, and won't leave her alone. And everyone worldwide helped me hunt and kill Kevin with the government, police, and LAPD. And everyone would get together, and you would say, like every other situation, nothing happened. I simply walked up to a girl. Why am I not allowed to talk to women? Why does every human being I talk to hunt me to try to kill me with worldwide groups since 5 years old? What is fucking going on? Now that you're imagining it, we live in a crazy world and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Okay. Bullshit. This is not happening to anyone else worldwide. It's never happened to anyone else worldwide in the history of humanity on this scale. Everything that is going on, if I get 1 hour video, it's statistically impossible on every level. Lightning could strike me 30 times in 1 month. It would be more probable. Two whites here. We're coming by the park, by Warner Center Park. 2 whites here. 2 whites coming up here. This all starts with an Asian and a Tesla working with city guard security. Us dirty Jews are not allowed to take walks or whatever their mentality here is. And then it's mental illness cover-ups. Surprisingly, the numbers are down here at the park. Okay, usually it's crazy for the last several years or year, probably a couple years. You lose track of time. 3 whites here. 3 more whites here, so 3s and 3s. And so we'll do the other side, and then we'll sort of go home. Okay. Okay. So, that's a lot of fucking hate for a 5-year-old. That's unbelievable. Worldwide hate and rage for a 5-year-old. You gotta question. Kevin, you'll drive yourself crazy questioning why there's a planetary murder operation to kill you since 5 years old. Well, how do you not? Okay. Every time someone shoves a hot poker up your ass, are you going to question why they won't stop? Of course you are. Okay. The numbers are significantly down here tonight at the park. They'll, I'm sure, increase tomorrow. Or, you know what, I could do like one of my usual older tests. I could go sit at a bench here for 30 minutes or even 5 minutes, and you'll see exactly what you saw at the supermarket there. And that's how this starts for me, finding out at 29 that the government is hunting me to kill me since 5 years old with these switching and rotating tactics. Mercedes here, lights on tactic most likely. As you saw the grouping of Mercedes, follow me to the supermarket on Winnetka and Ventura Boulevard. Okay? For trying to buy some food, and the hinty message is you eat too much food. Oh, well, that's great. 5'7", 172 pounds. I eat too much food. Do the facts lie? Or do child raping murderers lie? Okay, we're gonna come down my streets and park around my house. I'm at Owens Mouth here. I've been told my life's been threatened for 20 years. I'm not allowed to take walks or be on Owens Mouth, probably because of the name Owens Mouth, and we have Officer Lee threatening my life, then I'm not allowed on Mary Lee Street. Okay, so I'm not allowed on Owens Mouth, I'm not allowed on because someone wants to own me, I guess. And gray Jeep Cherokee here, and there was a gray Wrangler there. A gray Wrangler there a couple hours ago. So 2 Jeep Cherokees showed up, a Cherokee and a Wrangler. And it's interesting because this guy was waiting here, parked like this, last night from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. like this sort of. Okay, so the gray Cherokee here, and then the Wrangler that was right here left. A gray Cherokee and a gray, smoke gray Wrangler and Cherokee. And we don't have the dog walking groups or clothing color groups, which are half the time dog walkers, coming out. And if I were to sit out here and try to relax with their no relaxing for you nigger tactic, they would have a subset of terror tactics walking by 15 times per hour saying how you doing, and the clothing colors, and they'd talk to their dog and say things, mimics from my Facebook, to try to instigate me into reactions. And that really gets bad after Mike Huntley wants me to come over to his house and watch the movie Fight Club. So you do the math here on the, let's try to make Kevin look like he conforms to media with my father. And that tactic starts at 5 years old when I'm talking about a child rapist father. What warrants a sick child rapist father to do something like that and then have a planet help him? Surprisingly, oh, we have the green Jeep Cherokee here, or the green Miata, and in 2017 when Terrence Scroggins was working with Kareen Eschigan on these setup operations, frame job operations, a therapist, they had groupings of green Miatas working with him and Greg Koenig, who is on video defacing and vandalizing all my cars, and that has not stopped in 20 years. I will note the white Mercedes here just for the hell of it. Usually when we see one Mercedes show up here, like the supermarket, we see hundreds show up at the same time, or tonight only 6 to 10 or whatever. So the green Miata with the groupings of Miatas that show up, and then the numbers around my house are lower, but remember I talk on a lot of the 15 years of these videos about the ping pong effect, or the, oh, thank God it's over, thank God it's over, and then boom, it starts up. And the reason they do that is to put you in a mindset, oh my God, it's been 22 years, I can't fucking do this every day, thank God it's over, boom. And they want to try to make you look like a violent paranoid schizo. They want that anger and rage appearance to whites over here. They want that anger and rage appearance that you're a violent paranoid schizo. The same bunk label my father threw on his 5-year-old while trying to torture me and kill me. Okay, so I'm gonna end this here, and I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna put some food in the fridge, I'm gonna feed my cat. Once again, they're gonna get angrier because I'm still roaming the earth. This 5-year-old is still roaming the earth. And well, Kevin, just ignore it. Could you put yourself in my shoes? Could you ignore that? Every single day, minute by minute, could you ignore it? It's unignorable. How long, and nobody will admit to it, how long you ignore it? Well, you're hypersensitive and you need to be locked away. Okay, well, I don't know what to say, because you want me to take some magical pill that creates pink elephants and changes the world? I mean, okay. Now the cops don't want, the cops want to put me in a position where there's no self-defense argument, correct? There's no argument in self-defense to the situation. They want one-sided arguments, and that's what everything is. It's a one-sided argument that Kevin's crazy and he needs to be exterminated. They want no position of self-defense. And you're gonna say that's unacceptable. It's unfucking acceptable. Okay, what reason does the government have the right to kill whoever they want for no reason, for any reason, but for no reason, for me, for no reason? What right do they have to kill people? Okay? With riling the planet of people against people to exterminate them or lock them away for no reason at all. Correct? What right? I'll just, okay, so what right do they have? Okay, why are people supporting it? Okay, I mean, isn't that sort of the question of all questions? Okay, why is it supported? Why is killing 5-year-olds supported by the masses? Okay, I mean, there's got to be something wrong with these fucking people. Okay, they can't differentiate right from wrong in worldwide murder groups to kill 5-year-olds nonstop for 46 years, correct? Okay, so the attacks in the last month have really gotten aggressive. I mean, they've always been aggressive, but the The level of following, let me just rephrase that. The level of following is extremely aggressive. Higher with level of following and clothing colors and things like that in the last month. And that seems to be linked to Bailiff Sean Turner. When I was sitting in the courtroom and he started going ballistic, provoking, and trying to get reactions while I was in the courtroom, and there was a prosecutor and several people in the courtroom throwing mental rocks because they don't want the truth coming out. And that is the most important thing, because what right do police have to kill 5-year-olds with worldwide groups and try to cover it all up with my father? Okay, so now you're understanding that my father's paying off the police to have me killed as a young child, while putting bullet holes in his 300E Mercedes, making up lies about me, making up lies I stole $10,000 because I taught myself how to build car engines when I was 16, and he didn't want me doing that with his bullshit. Well, you could be a danger to yourself or others and whatever. He doesn't state it, he just hunts me to kill me. Okay, now in the name of control, right? And also, so he's paying off police officers to hunt his child and execute his child, and he's working with teachers in high school and middle school and elementary school and people that were my friends who weren't really my friends, and you're linking events. Now, the more I link the events, my father's hunting me to have me killed with worldwide groups, or 3 whites here, since 5 years old, or eradicated, locked away in jail cells or mental institutions for no reason. The more I figure out and write down on paper or document or even think about, well, you know, what the fuck's going on? The angrier they get, the more death threats, the larger the attacks. You're not allowed to breathe or exist. You know too much information, we're gonna kill you. However, they're hunting me for extermination no matter what. Because if you have any common sense here, you're gonna know that they don't create medication for worldwide mobbings to execute you since 5 years old. Okay, there's no medication for a plan of angry, bigoted racists hunting you to kill you, especially the black community, because I kissed a black girl at 8 years old. Now, you're gonna say, that sounds absurd. It is absurd, but it's happening. And the reasoning is changing from this to that, and that to this, and this to the other thing. So is it really about black people? No, not really, but it sure as shit ain't about mental illness, and it's not about OCD or obsession. It's about imperfection and using mental illness as a weapon to kill those someone doesn't like or trust or just plain hates. And how does my family have a worldwide murder operation to kill me since 5 years old? Starting with my own father, Ronald Barry Perlman, and telling Jason Perlman to help launch a worldwide murder operation to kill Kevin Perlman. It is completely unexplainable to me, but what's even more unexplainable is nobody's coming forward saying this is wrong. They're trying to cover it up, sweep it under the rug, take this hole they dug for me at 5 years old, throw me in the fucking pit, and fucking cover it up with lies. And the judicial system is behind it all, because if there was someone with moral ethics and integrity in the judicial system, they would flat out come forward and say, this is what we're told and it's wrong. Not protect the criminals in LAPD or the criminal lawyers paid off to have me killed and steal all my money and my house and cars or whatever. While trying to cover it up with 100,000 lies that I'm a criminal, or the hinting messages that I'm a criminal, or whatever. They're child raping murderers and racists and bigots, period. And anyone that helps is a child rapist supporter, and they can make up whatever lie that I want, that I supposedly did this or that. They are a child raping murderer, period. And the act of making up lies, well, Kevin's a criminal, so I have the right to kill him. Well, you don't have the right to kill me, because that's for the judicial system and the due process, and if you bypass due process, you're a criminal and a murderer. And you can say whatever you want about me, but what's on video is the truth, and anything coming out of people's mouth is a lie. Hence, 3 white cars here, they are liars, 3 more white cars, or 1 left, I think. They're a liar. Or unless that was 2 white cars and a gray. They are liars. They are child raping, murdering liars, and they know it. Okay, so as I sum this up, this extremely long video, like all of them, up, around this area right now, the numbers are down. As I leave my house tomorrow, it won't matter where I go, what I do, the attacks will increase, ramp up with these child raping, murdering armies to kill me. Since 5 years old, non-stop, daily, minute by minute, for 46 years, with every cover-up lie to the world known to man. My father angered at me for such crimes as kissing a black girl when I was 8 years old, so he's gonna hunt me and kill me with worldwide groups, riling the black community against me to have me killed, like with his co-workers, like Alita and Brandon, black employees. He was telling Hunt me to stalk me and try to kill me for me being nice enough to take a job at his office and help him out with my computer skills. And it jumps and switches from black people like Damon Riggins in high school, mad at me, told to paid off or told to hunt and try to execute me for teaching myself how to work on cars, and 100,000 other random, rotating, changing justifications and scenarios why my father, with his worldwide child rapist armies, feels he has the right to hunt me and kill me with a planet of child rapist supporters. Kevin, you say such colorful verbiage. This is reality here. This isn't a game here. Hunting people and killing people with planets of people since they're 5 years old is not a game or a joke or anything else. Whatever reason my father paid off LAPD to have me killed when I was a young child, especially at 16, I cannot answer these questions. It's absurd that LAPD would actually help. But remember one thing, that I was born on Castle Creek Air Force Base, Merced, California, and my father's resources to have a 5-year-old killed and tried to make them look like violent paranoid schizos is happening, and a planet of child rapist supporters are helping, and they will and are with the police saying and doing whatever they can to cover it up with 100,000 criminal lies and 100,000 mental illness lies. I'm a car thief, I'm harassing people, I think differently, I suffer from mental illness, I suffer from obsession, I'm filled with anger. Oh, Mike Huntley's, I'm filled with anger and rage. The guy hunted me to kill me since 5 years old says I'm filled with anger and rage with worldwide groups. I conform to media, I'm a schizophrenic, I'm paranoid, I'm hypersensitive, I suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome. If I smile at a girl, it's an evil smile, so I need to be hunted and killed. These are actually a thing. Then the death threats, no relaxing for you, nigger. You better accept what's going on or it's going to get a lot worse for you. You name it. Hey, what's going on? Oh, you can't ask questions like that. Somewhere you suffered from a mental break, and because you asked what's going on, met with such death threats from Bentley. You'll get yours. Stripper Bentley, you'll get yours. Mike Huntley, I've given you enough rope to hang yourself with. World of Paranoia. Dropping papers on my desk, how to make people mentally ill and kill people. Well, Kevin, that was 22 years ago. Has anything changed in 22 years ago, or has it gotten worse? Mike Huntley hunting me to have me killed. Mike Huntley paid off to have me killed. Worldwide groups helping Mike Huntley to have me killed. Finding out 22 years ago. It is now 2023. LAPD running around hinting about 23s 100 million times, then turning it around on me. LAPD working. My mother, you have a problem too in literals, as we see the cars and twos. LAPD hinting about twos, the verbal tactics, the hinting tactics, the card tactics, the passive aggressive, I don't know you, I know you, spy game tactics. Brian Longbotham hiring me to work on pilots at Universal Studios called spy games. The hundreds of security companies paid off to have me killed. Allied Universal, Golden West, City Guard, Securitas AB, predominantly the most aggressive stalking, child raping Jew killers seem to be the black community. Every time an event occurs, it seems to start with someone who is black and then escalate into worldwide groups. So Damon Reagan's at Calabasas High, working with black girls sent on the boys' wrestling team, trying to make it look like I do something wrong to black girls. You name it, it just keeps... Oh, with my coaches involved, Jono and Brock Delp, it just changes and rotates. Daily, minute by minute, person after person. Worldwide conspiracy. What is it the government has to cover up that is so horrifically unspeakable that they will kill me over? Or try to lock me away in jail cells or mental institutions? That they don't want coming to light by me being honest and saying, hey, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this is what's occurring, and it has nothing to do with mental illness, because people that are concerned, the word concern, I want you to think about the word concern here. Concerned people don't follow people from place to place trying to make them look crazy and execute them or eradicate them. Concerned people act with concern. Okay. Tonight's girl Maya here that doesn't want to have honest conversations while following and working on the mental illness clothing colors, trying to make it look like I conform to media and trying to guilt a mental illness tactic I'm trying to mentally bash your fucking skull in until you give me a coerced false confession. Correct? Some of my earlier statements starting 15, 20 years ago. Mentally bash your fucking skull in until you tell me what I want to hear so I can use it against you. To cover up the mass worldwide murder operations to kill me since 5 years old. You have to confess to what you did or we're going to kill you. Well, I don't know what to confess to. Can you write it on paper so that I can see what you want me to say? Right? And the cover-ups by the psychology community, refusal to admit a worldwide murder operation for 46 years to kill a 5-year-old is wrong. What right do they have to do it? Because they're better than me? Because they look down on me? Because they don't understand me? Because a white-collar boy works on cars when that's a blue-collar thing? The reasoning is irrelevant. The actions of conspiracy to commit murder, an ongoing 46-year murder operation to kill a 5-year-old, it has grown like a forest fire, and not one person willing to admit it's wrong. The video footage of tonight, the facial expressions, okay? The laughing, the smirking. Well, it's just a 46-year, minute by minute, 100,000 to 1 million person per day, are exponentially growing. They're of teasing, as my father states. They're just teasing you to death. 100,000 to 1 million attacks per day since 5 years old, or exponentially growing. They're teasing you to death to kill you, so it's not a crime. Or is it the crime of all crimes? It is unfathomably thought out by Dr. Ronald Barry Perlman telling Jason Perlman to help when I was 5 years old. And my entire family, my mother, my father, my stepbrother, or my stepfather, my friends, can't just say this is wrong and stop. They won't say what they're doing for 46 years is wrong and leave me the fuck alone. With a clear-cut agenda to exterminate and eradicate at all costs. Okay. So I will end it there, which is hard to do because usually when I pull the side of the road, we have larger and larger groups showing up or following or waiting or all the above, exponentially growing to 100,000 to 1 million per day worldwide, finding out in 1994 when my brother wanted me to see the internet, or sometime after the 94, and thousands of things that get on video per hour that my family will not stop with worldwide groups trying to get dirt to use against me to cover up what they've been doing since I was 5 years old. So every time someone shows up, they're looking for some kind of kill Kevin justification since I was 5 years old and trying to turn around on me instead of just saying, hey, family, what's going on? Why are you doing this? You're imagining it, but we're coming after you with more and more groups since you're 5 years old to kill you. Clearly showing guilt that whatever reason my father's hunting me to kill me since 5 years old with a plan of people, that's the reason. That's where it starts. After that, I've been an exceptional person my entire life up until now. My family, example, if I kiss a black girl at 8 years old, my family tells the world I'm a white supremacist and racist and anti-Semitic for kissing a black girl. The only reason they're saying that is because they want to kill their 5-year-old. Me kissing a black girl does not make me crazy or a bad person. It does not make me a criminal. My family and the worldwide groups and the lawyers they're paying off to have me killed and everyone else and the police officers they're paying off to have me killed are doing it not because they believe that the lies, the defamation, slander, and libel and lies they're smearing to the world. They're doing it out of pure hate and rage to kill a 5-year-old, and they will say whatever they need to say to cover it up. That is why LAPD with Mike Huntley and Roddy Morales tried to plant trash bags of marijuana in my house, try to make me look like a drug dealer. That's why LAPD keeps trying to plant things in my house and cars or whatever to exterminate. It is not about crime. There's only one single event and one single crime. My father hunting me to have me killed with a plan of people since 5 years old, and LAPD paid off to help with full government worldwide resources to kill a 5-year-old. There is no other reasoning. No matter how many lies LAPD and my family spew to the world or verbally abuse me to death, hinting I'm a bad person, if I kiss a black girl, I'm showing warmth and kindness. If I buy a Corvette and LAPD says I stole it with my family, when my family helped buy it, when I simply asked my stepfather if he would help me with a loan, and then making up lies that I stole a Corvette, showing the identical patterns of behavior from my stepfather to my father, to my brother to my friends to random strangers, to my brother's friends, to Armenian groups who are trying to cover up road rage things with my brother, to Persian groups trying to cover up road rage things with my brother, all centered around the same thing. I'm mad at you for building cars or getting into modifying or building cars at 16. Your kind needs to die, but really it starts at 5. No matter what you do in life, I'm going to hunt you to kill you or exterminate you or make you look like a violent, paranoid schizo and eradicate you. What we are talking about here is government, flag, and kill operations or eradication to 5-year-olds based on labeling and extermination. There is no crime. There's just hate and labels. Labels and hate. Now, someone wants to come forward and talk on honest levels what they've been told and why there's worldwide murder operations to kill me, instead of actually stalking and saying, I don't know you. Great. Then we have honest dialogues that don't try to make people look like crazy conspiracy theorists, correct? Okay. Once again, what you see is me simply trying to buy some food, the parking lot going from normal to aggressive, based on gang stalking, gaslighting, mental illness tactics. When LAPD lies to the world saying I suffer from mental illness, the only question you should ask yourself, why is LAPD taking it upon itself to defame my name worldwide? It's none of their fucking business. Whether I were to be crazy or not crazy, it's irrelevant. There's no law that says crazy people need to be wiped off the planet Earth. There's only a law that says criminals who commit crimes need to pay for the crimes. And if I'm forced into a position where 1,000 people are trying to bash my skull in with crowbars and I have to stop them, I'm not committing a crime. I'm trying to stop a murder that's happening. And attempted murder or whatever you want to call it. So don't put me in a position that I have to go out and pass out cards and video minute-by-minute worldwide murder operations. In the past, LAPD has been mad that I have the First Amendment freedom of speech, putting signs on my car and passing out cards. You've been lied to. And they will say, do anything known to man to eradicate me, lock me in jail, lock me in mental institutions for simply stating I have a right to live and breathe without being hunted by worldwide murder groups. Linked to my father and his murder operations exponentially growing since 5 years old. If I went to that Ralph's tonight, walked in, was not verbally provoked, not whistled at twice, not harassed by the employees. Cars didn't show up following and stalking. Cars weren't waiting for me with mental illness tactics. People in clothing colors weren't coming out for simply trying to buy some stupid food to eat and get some work done that I shouldn't have to be doing, that's wasting my time because it's things that are counterproductive to my life, being forced in that position. If that were the case, I would not have a website that said kevinperlmantarget.com with proof. I would not hand out business cards and pass them out to people, be forced to, with such police lies that I'm supposedly forcing cards on people. And by the way, that one police lie from LAPD on video is me saying, do you want a business card? Oh, you already have one. That verbal statement on video, LAPD writes in their police reports from that video. Okay? Kevin tried to force a card on someone. Wait a minute. You want a business card? Oh, you already have it. And that was the dog attacker paid off to rip up my leg with a police-trained canine. The Detective Shapiro states that event never occurred, with photographs of a bloody leg in a hospital with ER doctors. Detective Shapiro, just like the girl that tried to carve me up here and me and my car up here with a knife on video, didn't happen, refused to file police reports because I'm ruining people's life by saying, hey, fucking leave me alone, you've been lied to. Why is LAPD with my family hunting me to have me killed with a plan of people at 5 years old? That is the question you should be asking. Why is it government operations going up to the top of the government? Okay? I want you to ask yourself, why are these federal operations based on people in Congress and Senate, born on an Air Force base in Merced, California, decisions being made to kill people with the psychology community and my father? Why is he hunting children to kill them, 5-year-olds, with mental illness tactics, and then trying to cover it up by saying this person suffers from mental illness by trying to provoke them into reactions and make them look crazy? And then babble about weird things about control and things that don't make any sense. There's no such thing as bashing someone's skull in with lead pipes to control them. That's attempted murder or murder. Okay, so whether you physically touch, whether you cause brain hemorrhaging by physically touching someone or not physically touching someone is the same premeditated, executed event. It is irrelevant how you kill people. The only thing is if a father tries to kill 5-year-olds with planets of people and the 5-year-old keeps saying, stop, look what's going on, or doesn't know it, so he might get a teensy-tiny bit reactive by saying, leave me alone, and then them saying he's agoraphobic, we need to kill him, or whatever. Okay, so you have to understand that the family are psychotic murderers with unlimited government resources to kill 5-year-olds. These are flag and kill operations with the government and psychology community. The government does not give a shit about honesty, truth. As you can see on all these videos, they are not willing to talk about the situation honestly. As I stated, at the age 29, what the fuck is going on? You're a dead man. Mike Huntley says, oh, you're okay, and then he switches up, you're a fucking dead man. The government is not hunting me to kill me because I did anything wrong. That makes no fucking sense within the entire planet Earth. They're hunting me to kill me for information in my brain that they don't want coming to light. It endangers you, the people, worldwide, in the United States. You are not fucking safe. The Constitution of the United States will not protect you. The government will hunt you to kill you with every resource on the planet based on I don't like the color of your socks. They will hunt you to kill you if you pull out a few of your eyebrows. They will hunt you to kill you if you have information they feel is threatening to the way the government works. They will hunt you to kill you if you're a whistleblower linked on something with the psychology community that the government is doing that's highly illegal, even stealing people's money with LAMC DMH, Los Angeles County Health, LACDMH, Los Angeles County Department of Health. We have two smokers here. This guy's smoking a cigarette, and that guy just walked by smoking a cigarette. Pairs of two smoking cigarettes. Los Angeles Department County of Health will hunt you if you know that they're doing illegal, fraudulent money scam operations to make people look crazy and steal their money and throw them in jail to steal their money. They will hunt you to kill you if you figure things out like that. If lawyers are involved in illegal bail bond scams or things, they will hunt you to kill you. Okay? With these mass groups. Now, that's not an absolute statement. Obviously, government gang stalking doesn't happen to everyone. But in my case, we are talking about psychological labeling to 5-year-olds and flag and kill operations. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. What's on video does not lie. Only LAPD officers hunting me to kill me, who have been paid off to have me killed or eradicated, lie. And people in the judicial system who aren't good people, lie. And let's hope there are some good people in the judicial system left, not hunting people to kill them with worldwide groups.